We're here in VR with Harry.
Wait, we've started. Okay.
We're in the
Yep.
virtual reality.
We're in VR, Harry.
This is it.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be my bit.
Excellent.
Got my dinner here.
You got your
After
tomato
the
soup.
podcast.
Rock on.
Hell yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 14 of the Six Pack Podcast. We have a gateway guest.
A gateway guest, a guest from the gateway.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume I can't actually see him.
You can see him in VR.
Yeah.
Very
I'm
vaguely.
reaching out to you
Harry,
right now.
Harry, I know you have
are
the headset
a beam
on,
of
but you
white light.
have to open your eyes in the headset to see. Like, I don't know if they've told you. You can have it on, but you still have to open your eyes.
I think I can. I basically have the vision. I have monochromatic vision, and
Okay.
I can only see blinding white light.
Great. That's
We're all good.
That usually
But I
means
will
something
assume you're
else,
there.
but
That's great, buddy. I'm glad. Right. Shan,
yeah.
Harry, do you have any housekeeping?
Yeah, I just want to apologize to everybody at the watch party. It was my responsibility to run the watch party and do a good job, and my power went out for 7 minutes. And everyone's messaging, it's frozen. I was like, yeah, I know, as I'm sitting in the dark. Because I'm in my, I joined the watch parties and everything from my basement. So it's pitch black down here. And I was like, well, that's great. So I had to literally join on my phone with 5G and take my notes by candlelight because otherwise I was missing it. But yeah, so I was really sad because it was my responsibility and I had a big girl job and then my power went out. And Holly was there too. Holly saw everything. How embarrassing. My power went out.
Thank you for giving.
Yep.
It was a big bummer.
I don't think having your power go out is really in the things that you can plan for, Shan.
No. And you know what's worse? The storm hadn't even started yet. The storm that was supposed to knock my power out had not even started yet. So it was beautiful outside. Sunny, bright. Power went out.
That must have driven into a utility pole.
That's a
No,
bummer.
'cause it did come on 7 minutes later.
That's a
But,
bummer. Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
That's a
yeah.
bummer.
big bummer.
Harry.
But thanks to Kari for
Yeah, thanks for
like
Kari for picking it up.
hosting the watch stream, because I couldn't do it because my hands were like knees deep in cookie dough batter. So
Excellent.
thank you for bailing us out of a bind.
Yeah, thank you.
Carrie is great. We love Carrie.
Hell yeah.
Right. My piece of housekeeping is the fact that some 4 episodes ago, when I had Noon's art up, I missed an N in their Instagram username. And for that, I am very sorry. I have fixed the problem because we do have some art from Noon today for the art showcase. And I promise there are 2 N's in the middle. I will receive my lashings should I ever see Noon in person.
We've all committed some kind of like
Terrible crimes.
crime against Discord.
Yeah.
It is a bit worse here because I am asking people specifically for how they would like to be credited, and I messed it up. But we have a guest, an important guest. Sir, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello. Around these parts, I am known as one KCKovec. And I do kind of 2 things for the Natural Six community at large. One, I'm known as the timestamp guy. So I make sure that everyone has some nice accessible chapters to help get them through the YouTube episodes. Find those funny, interesting, important plot points. And then the other thing is I'm kind of in deck of many friends. Ooh. There's my golden ticket right there.
Do not turn that card over.
Yeah, you
No.
know, turn that card over.
Do not
Every-
turn that card open. We
every time
will
I've even-
die.
Every time I've actually had, it's weird. Every time I've had a thought, I see these weird little red lights coming through my window
Yeah.
and vent, and I'm not sure. I think it might have something to do with the white van that's been parked outside of my residence for the past year and a half. I don't know if Holly or Harry knows anything about it, but it's like just really uncanny, you know. So
Holly's hit squad. Should you step out of line?
oh, is that
It's
what
Ben
it
and
is?
Doug.
Double jump offer lots of services.
Yeah.
Wow, that's what a full suite of
Full-
services.
full
The
suite of
actor
services.
Doug Cockle.
I think it'd
Is
be
in a
Holly Berry.
van. Yeah.
I don't want to get disappeared, so
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Very cool, KC. So, how did you find Natural Six?
I first heard about the podcast. It was Ben's tweet sketch with Doug. So I saw that and I thought, okay, there's talent here, and I'm actually looking to get into a new TTRPG Let's Play show. Let's give this a shot. They're good folks. And then I looked into the rest of the cast, and I watched the 0.5 episode, and I'm like, okay, there's something special here. You know, these guys deserve a push. I'm in. And then I checked out the Kickstarter, and I went, you know, that's a really cool opportunity, and I think everyone should go big at some point on like some type of artistic or creative endeavor to support those. Whatever is big for you, that's your own financial goal or, you know, limitation. But I'm like, you know what, that's a cool idea, and let's go for it.
Very cool. Very cool. So, KC, since you're in the presence of Mr. Backer number 3,
Yeah. What is your backer number?
what is
Do
your
you
backer
know what
number?
it is?
I went back and looked. I am number 459.
I didn't even beat KC.
It's a good number. That's a good number.
It's a bit of a spicier number than I'm used to, but I'll go with it. I still, not to double check this, I may be the only Deck of Many Friends backer from the Kickstarter. I think I'm the only one, unless I'm mistaken. If I am, I apologize, but it might just be me. So
Yeah, I was trying to remember if it was 1 or 2.
there was 2 listed there on the Kickstarter, but I think the account was deleted, and I don't know if they backed out or not, but
I mean,
One day we'll find
May
out.
they
maybe.
forever remain nameless, then, if there is another one.
or at the very least, you're one of the you're definitely one of the highest financial backers of Natural Six.
rude.
Either the or one of the, which is
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I mean, it's, you know, I did my part here, and I'm glad I could give them, you know, the initial push to get all this running going, and I'm happy with all the progress and everything they've done over the past year and a half. I've no complaints, you know, so more success to these guys, and yeah, we'll see what happens next, whatever else they cook up here. So more live shows, more Patreon goodies, another merch drop.
Yeah. No, it's very cool. That's very cool. So you said you had been looking for a show. Were you already watching some things before this?
Yeah, so I was into Critical Role at the time, and I was enjoying myself. They started to kind of reference, and I jumped on for season 3 or campaign 3, and then they started to reference a lot of stuff from 1 and 2, and I hadn't seen it, so I was kind of like, I'm not sure what's going on or how I should feel about it, but I'm kind of like feeling a little lost and not enjoying myself. Maybe I should go back. But then I saw Natural Six, and I'm like, you know what? I'll give this a go. Because also it's fun to be a part of something from the very beginning, you know. Like I don't have to necessarily like play catch up through like hundreds of hours of content and store in backlog. Here I'm actually kind of early to the party for once. So that's kind of the nice thing with this show is that it's like, oh, here's the right show at the right time. I really like, let's play D&D shows as a medium, I love it for the gaming element, the improvisational element, and it's always something special when you get like just the right group of talented friends and you really just give them that creative liberty to make their own characters and world, and good stuff happens. And that's kind of, I was thinking like, you know what, I'm willing to bet based on the initial pilot episodes here, they're going to take this somewhere really special. And I like Harry's style of storytelling. I really do. I don't know how to describe it, but he does a really good balance of like focusing on the characters, and there's some mythology in the background that helps shape the world and build it, but it's not too encumbersome. I think with some, like, not just TTRPGs, but like some video games or books, you get so bogged down in the mythology that you kind of forget about like the characters. And I think that like he's done a great job of balancing everything out.
No, I think you are in good company with that assessment. Certainly around this multi-continental table, virtual one. Have you played tabletop and Dungeons and Dragons previously, or just been a spectator?
I have played. So I got invited to a friend's back in 2015, 16 over to his place, and we played for a while. We were actually, I think we were using version 3 of D&D. So someone had gotten some books secondhand and we tried it out, and it was fun. We did a one shot. I had Gustav the wizard and he got eaten by a dragon. And then I had my second character was a half elfling named Carson, and his people were like living in North American Conestoga wagons heading out west and exploring the big frontier. And then my GM was a jerk and killed him off in the worst way. So that kind of killed the fun for me. And that leads to my thoughts on permadeath. But I kind of then the pandemic rolled around and someone brought it up again. I was like, okay, you know what? Now's a good time to get back into this. I feel like, there's definitely an interest. People are playing at home, online. There's a renewed interest in those type of shows. Maybe I'll have a go at it. And then that's actually what led me to try GMing a couple one-shots just to see if I could do it and if I liked it. So I know that it's a lot of work to GM to come up with everything from, if you want to do like a one-shot from scratch. Because when I was doing it too, I tried to like see if there was like more rules light systems out there. Because I like D&D. I think it's like the gold standard. But with my group of friends, we didn't necessarily have the time to like fully to commit to like a 5 or 6 hour weekend session to play. We'd play maybe like 1 or 2 hours on a weeknight because we all got like work and jobs and family and other things going on. So I tried to like look around for some other rules light systems like Cortex Prime maybe or Cypher. And then we'll touch base later, but I'm using Final Fantasy XIV, the tabletop RPG, for my home game. So that's kind of and I'm, as a GM, I think my style, I'm very more like casual and laid back. I'm not too much of a stickler for the rules. If someone has, a rule of cool idea, I'm more than willing to embrace it, just as long as it doesn't completely break the game. But, it's kind of more of a, let's just have fun, get into some shenanigans, kind of make a good story and just go from there.
Very cool. Very cool. Tell us a little bit, because I'm not familiar at all with how the Final Fantasy XIV system kind of works.
It's basically it emulates the online game here. So if if you've ever played 14, it's like, okay, here's your class, here's your skill sets that are all predetermined, here's your basic stats, which are mostly predetermined. That's kind of how the 14 system is, where it's really designed for people that's like, okay, if you want to play some, like a tabletop RPG and get into the action quickly, that's what this is meant for. There's still some customization you can do with some equipment, but for the most part, you're not going to have too much of that. And I would also say that it's very combat oriented, like D&D, say like your team is trying to break into a castle, you might charm a guard to go ahead and sneak and get the keys off of them, or parkour up a wall, or shapeshift into a dragon and fly over the wall. Not a shapeshift into a dragon, shapeshift into a bird or spider or a panther, who knows. The 14 system does not have any of that. So it's kind of, you have less to work with, but that's basically kind of meant to save time in a way.
Yep.
So, and that's perfect for my needs, because again, you can do you can just play for a couple hours on a weeknight and get something done, which is pretty much all the time we have. And you can also even switch classes on the fly if you want, because I know some people are like, I don't want to be the cleric again and be the healer the whole time. Well, no, it's like, now you can take turns and say, well, I was the cleric last week. This week I want to be dragoon, or I want to be the black mage. That's an option. But yeah, it's fun. I like it. It needs more content right now, but that's kind of why I'm also doing the Deck of Many Boss Friends project, or Boss Fights project, that I'm working on right now. So my goal, because I'm crazy for trying to do this, but I really like the character designs in the deck. I like a lot of the abilities and gimmicks we've seen so far. And I was thinking to myself, well, they're nice. It's kind of a bummer that they're just cameos right now. So I'm also thinking, well, I want more Deck of Many Friends stuff, and I also need more Final Fantasy XIV stuff because it's a new system. Well, why don't I just try and make some homebrew boss fights out of it and see where we get? So I've done the first 3 cards that have been revealed. The 4th one is in the works now. I actually have a better idea of what to do there. The 3rd one I had such writer's block on. But the 4th one's I've got some notes on it now. I just kind of have to put everything together and make sure it works for a multi-phase fight. But it's fun. I like the challenge. It definitely, brings into perspective the amount of work it takes to put into a boss fight. So that's something else I do for fun.
Very cool. Would you play Final Fantasy XIV, the tabletop RPG, Shan?
I would, if I had time and anything, because that's pretty much my biggest obstacle, is that I don't have a consistent schedule for when most people are doing these things. But I've cut my teeth now on some D&D, so I would like to do more. I mean, it's gonna come up. I've been trying to get back into 14 now that I've mostly beaten Claire Obscure Expedition 33, but I love it. So getting the chance to bring my Warrior of Light to a more, something that's not yet written, as it were, adventure would be super fun.
If you've played any D&D or any tabletop RPG, you are more than halfway familiar with knowing.
I played for about works. 2 hours, Casey.
You're
2 to 3 hours.
That's all you need. And the analogy I came up with is certain systems like D&D and Pathfinder, they're like race cars. They can go 200 miles an hour. You can go cross country with them. There's all kinds of customizable parts. It's a big time and money commitment, and there's groups and groups of people that are willing to tell you what you're doing right and wrong. And in the 14 tabletop system, it's kind of like buying a Toyota RAV4. Lots of pretty trim.
Toyota RAV4 the inning. Sorry,
yeah. It's
baseball
lots
joke.
Lots of pretty colors, lots of trim. Not too much in terms of customization, but you get a lot of variety, and it'll get you from point A to point B for your 9 to 5. And grocery shopping and ice cream with friends reliably. So take that for what you will. It ain't for everybody, but that's one of the ways I would sell it is, if you know someone who likes Final Fantasy and it's like, hey, do you like Final Fantasy? Have you heard of D&D, but you don't want to necessarily get into a whole world, or you don't know where to start? Try this out and see if you like it. So that would be my pitch. So
I'll
Very
have to
cool.
give it a gander.
Very cool.
If you want the gander, here is the rule book. Oh.
Yeah,
So,
Harry. I was like, oh, Harry's gonna love that when you went, because you weren't here yet when he brought it out.
I've been looking at it. I mean, I've been looking at it as in like from behind the glass window, being like, I don't have it. And now I'm looking behind another fudging glass or plastic or whatever the screen's made out of screen, being like, oh, someone's got it.
Shake your fist at it, right? Yeah.
Oh.
How much is the rule book, Casey, and where can you get it?
Oh, boy.
I think it's like $60-$70 US. Where to get it? That's the big question.
I think it's just the Square Enix store.
Yeah, I feel like. Or did you get it from your local store?
Can you only get it from Square?
No. So I did get it from the Square store, but someone on Reddit pointed out that you could actually get it from GameStop.
That makes sense. GameStop's been really branching out into carrying a lot of like merchandise that you can get from these like websites, like the developer websites.
I had no idea that they were even going down that road with side merch and stuff. That's the only other place I've seen to have it. Because the kicker too is that that's the main rule book. They're working on like a game master book that's supposed to come out next spring with like more advanced rules and other stuff if you want harder fights. And then eventually they're gonna, I think, do an advanced rule book that'll include more classes and higher level jobs, because right now that just takes you through level 60 and Stormblood. So
Fair. That makes sense too.
I would like for an expansion, because all the classes I play in the online game come from Stormblood, and I would like to not be left hanging.
Well, you know why that it goes up to 60 and the critically acclaimed expansion Stormblood. It's because they only just added that to the free trial.
Yep.
So like everything ending at Heavensward makes a lot of sense.
It does make sense, right?
Even for the tabletop game, they have a free trial. They actually have it on their website. Like, no kidding. They have 4 classes. Like, you have warrior.
Oh, so you can like
mage.
download a PDF or whatever of the. Okay.
Oh, that's
you
cool.
Can so you can do like the level. It starts at level 30, which is going to be weird for people.
Okay.
But it makes sense in the context of the online.
Well, because that's when you get you get a
Jobs.
job. Yeah,
Yep.
when it no longer is a role, it's a job. Yeah.
Yep. But you can do warrior, black mage, white mage, dragoon, and bard, and they have like a dummy fight and like a practice fight against.
Did they leave
like,
my
just-
job out? Say it again. Did they do Black Mage?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm deaf. I was about to say like, whoa, that is discrimination. How could you leave Yoshi P's favorite job out of your TTRPG?
Oh, that would be unconscionable. You can't.
He would be so mad.
Oh no, he had to have it. It was so weird too how they promoted it. I know we're going off on a tangent with it, but he announced that it was happening during one of the live letters.
Oh, they announce all kinds of crazy stuff in the live letters. That's not surprising.
Right, and then he's like, please look forward to more details.
Please
And
look
everyone
forward
just
to
said, no, we want this now. And then everyone kind of had to wait like 9 months to hear anything on it again. But meanwhile, at some point in Japan, they did a live stream play testing it, and Yoshi P was there, and he played a black mage trying it out. I was like, I wish I could translate this, because that would be hilarious to watch Yoshi P play a tabletop game and
A tabletop game, right? Yeah.
Yoshi P appears on basically the Japanese equivalent of friggin' Critical Role and just friggin' like there.
Playing
So
his
as far
little
as I
Black
can
Mage
tell,
LFL.
all of the 14 tabletop RPG stuff, at least here in the UK on the Square Enix store, is all sold out or on pre-order.
Yep.
So they have multiple different versions, etc. We will not turn this into a shilling Final Fantasy 14 tabletop. But I just
while
figured
I'm
you
at
were.
it,
I just figured that you were just going to say, well, you could just get this thing from Amazon, and that is definitely, or any bookstore of your choice.
It's
and
Square
that
Enix,
is
yeah.
that is
It's
definitely not the
complicated.
case.
It's
Yeah.
complicated to give them your money.
Yeah.
Although like getting the it's because you don't just get the book, you get like the everything with it, right?
Yeah, there's like,
it
a
comes
kit,
with-
right, with
Yeah.
The
dice
kit of
and everything, right?
Not quite. So
Or at least
not get everything.
you can get a kit with dice and stuff, right?
Yeah. So it's kind of they have because I have the starter kit too, because it was the starter kit that came with a lot of the base classes up to level 50, and it included like dice and some maps and play sheets and all that good stuff. And then I got the book, and that had like all the classes and even more, and a couple like sample campaigns and more character creation stuff that you can do.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, if you want to learn more about the Final Fantasy 14 tabletop RPG, you can ask Casey on Discord. I'm sure he'll be able to
or
answer your
if
questions.
if anyone finds any of the 3 boss fights I've made out there, and you want to have a go at one of the deck of many friends, yeah, let me know if those fights are any good, because they haven't been
If
play
you want to
tested.
fight Erastus Grace, just kidding. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
You
Shan,
can.
no.
You can. I made
I
him a boss
figured.
fight.
I figured you would start with have
Start
him
with
early.
that's
Yeah.
good.
I'm going in
That's
order
good.
of the characters as they are presented.
Ooh.
Or as they've been
That's
revealed,
cool.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah, so Ravenna is the first, then it's Erastus. I might have to revisit him and turn him into an ultimate or something. And then I did Jaxi, and that one took forever to make. I made him a level 60 fight with a bunch of crazy stuff. So, yeah, but it was a weird time. I had writer's block, and it was a weird point. It's like, well, the rulebook's going to come out in like a month or two. Should I wait? Should I not? But eventually it got done. So I got to do him, and then Sabanzu's next, and I definitely have ideas for him. That one came a little bit together much more easily.
You stand in an AoE, he might just delete you. He
Delete
just
you.
might delete
Yeah.
your character.
Oh, there's absolute. Oh, he's absolutely going to have something that will one shot the entire
Oh.
party.
He's got like a tank buster. It'll like basically it's a tank buster or whoever it targets is just gonna banish them to the Shadow Realm. When you're in the Shadow Realm, you gotta fudging do a quick time event in real life.
Oh, don't make me
He's
put
gonna
someone in the X
gamage
zone.
you.
X zone is
Yeah.
the worst Final Fantasy status effect. I hate it, but I could go down that road. Don't tempt me.
How would you do one of the friggin' the quick time events where you gotta like spam the button and get it up to the top? how would you do that in the tabletop thing?
How fast you can roll the dice? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
roll
think
a
it
bunch
have
of
to
dice
be-
and pray.
Well, no, I think it have to be in real life. You have to do like an actual like wrestle contest with your GM.
Yeah. Sure. Why not?
All right.
Um,
All right. I like this idea, Harry.
You could honestly get pretty creative. I mean, someone's got to run outside. You have to just drink something very quickly. My friend, you've opened a can of worms here.
There's a lot of options.
Here's what I really want to happen. Is I would like someone to make like all like homebrew class or something like that. Homebrew like a class in or something like that. So then I can be like game accurate. And then as soon as someone loads in, I take them aside into a private scene, and I be the GM who's saying, "Sorry, but we're gonna have to ban you for friggin' modding the game." That would be in the rules. Might be in the rules.
All right. Shan. It's that time.
Yeah. All right. So our first fun time question, because we have a couple of fun time questions, it's a 2-part question.
Okay.
Number 1, what is your favorite polyhedral die? And then number 2, what is your favorite number that it doesn't have to be on the die you choose, it's just your favorite number. What's your favorite number?
I'm good with a D12.
D12, good choice, solid choice.
Number, give me 79.
79, that's a good one.
Any deep reason behind it, or is it just calling to you?
It's calling to me. It might be hockey related, but I can't think of a particular reason.
Imagine we do the roly-poly at the end of this, and then you roll 79.
It's gonna be just like in the action search.
I don't know. Well, I gotta figure out which dice I'm gonna use for that later, because I have the Kickstarter one here. I have the blue and gold ones from the last merch drop, and then I have my go-to duck dice, which was my first set of novelty dice that I ever picked up here.
Excellent.
They've got little rubber duckies in them. So.
Cool.
Yes.
Excellent. Right on. Harry.
Hello. What's
Next
up?
question.
Oh, the next one. That's this one. Yes, I'm the most qualified one to ask this question. As the most qualified guy to ask this question, and I have a feeling I've got to know the answer.
All the games are on sale on PC right now, so soon I will start educating. Yup.
Huh.
So I'm gonna start educating myself once my credit card bill
Is Rebirth
rolls over.
on PC?
Yes, it is, and it's
Yes.
on sale.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I just wanted to let you know I might be educating myself, and might make a joke on Twitter about like do it for Ben as I buy.
There's
Final Fantasy
friggin' Strangers of Paradise up on.
Yes, it is.
Okay, well,
Go
yeah,
ahead,
here it
ask
is.
the question.
Which Final Fantasy is the best Final Fantasy? I'll also allow the Kingdom Hearts series, because why not?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Is the Kingdom Hearts series on sale as well?
I don't know.
Damn it.
I will
Kingdom Hearts
check
is
for
not
you.
fantasy,
Doc
no.
will check. I have a cat in the way, so Doc will check.
Okay. So of the ones I have
No,
played-
Kingdom Hearts is not on sale. Sorry, Casey.
That's okay. Of the ones I've played, which are 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, I've only played part of 16, so I have to admit that. I've not played it to completion. Had fun with it. Enjoyed all of
Ben
it.
is in the van outside your house right now.
He is playing Final Fantasy 16 right
Mr.
now
Star,
in
please.
the van.
Get out of Pennsylvania, man. You don't need to be here for this. I swear, I'll house sit again and I'll borrow my friend's PlayStation 5, please. Of the ones I've played, my first love and still my favorite is 10.
Solid choice. Solid
Yeah.
choice.
Question.
Now, yes.
10, is it so but there's two 10s. There's 10 and 10-2. Are those two
There's,
different ones?
Peak and there's Peak.
I love the original was great. The sequel 10-2.
Ooh.
I'm in the van with Ben.
That's awesome.
Shan's in the
It's
van.
No, that's awesome. I love a
What was-
controversial opinion.
What
It
was your
took
first
this-
one, though? Was
10 was
8
my
your
first.
first?
No, I did not play them in order. It went
Okay. 10 was your
10,
first.
8, 12, and then back on track.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got
the
it.
second half of 10-2. I liked the second half of 10-2, but it took a while to get there for me. Once you get past the Charlie's Angel stuff, then I'm on board with it. But for the first part of the game, I'm kind of like, this is kind of this. I don't.
I feel that Shan does not approve of this answer, but
It's not for everyone, and that's okay.
The only thing I know about 10 or 10-2
It's
is
camp.
the funny laughy guy. The guy who does the laugh at the beach. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, no, that's just the
I know
end
that
of 10.
scene.
That's Titus, yeah.
That's in regular 10.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god, then that's the best one then. Yeah, then that is the right answer, I suppose.
Yeah, 'cause I feel that that's the one I like now. I will say, as far as the fan, like my perception of the fan base and critics, I think there's 4 that are in like the top tier that I would say, like, you could argue, like, because the franchise has been around for so long, there's so many games, the technology and
genres.
products are kind of a product of the time, but I think there's 4 that would be like the big 4. And I think it's 6 for Super Nintendo, 7 for PlayStation 1, 9 for PlayStation 1, and then 10.
That is considered like the golden age of Final Fantasy, so that doesn't surprise me.
The good old Squaresoft days.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, without spending too much time on this, I think the hard thing is like which console you had at which time for those, right? And and 8 obviously intersects with that because 8 was PS2, no?
No, it's PS1.
Yeah, it was still PS1.
Was it still PS1?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
10
7,
was
8,
the
9 were all
10
PS1.
was yeah, 10 and 10-2 were the first for PlayStation 2.
Yeah, because I
And
didn't
the
play
only, I believe, official. No, 12 might
until
have
the
been, yeah.
Windows port, and the Windows port was just a
Yeah.
hot mess and all sorts
Yeah.
of yep.
has a
Yep.
PlayStation 2. I know because I still own them.
Oh, you have the original, Shan.
I don't know if I have 10. I feel like I do, but I have 10 too for the PlayStation 2. Like I had Hetty sign the book because back then the game came with a manual.
Mm-hmm.
So I had Hetty sign my manual, who played Yuna.
But you really got an autographed one from...
I met her at Palm West last year when it was the same event I was at when I saw Ben in Vancouver. I met, well, I didn't meet Ben, but I saw Ben, and I met Hetty and Caleb Pierce, who plays Zach in the remake era.
Okay.
Very cool people. They were like my favorites, to be honest. But they all play like favorite. Like I love Zach as well, and I mean Yuna. That was my first Final Fantasy Pro tag. She is my one, my only. So, yeah.
Excellent. Casey, apparently you met Shan at PAX and there were some shenanigans.
Many shenanigans.
Yeah, so funny story about that. So it was the the Thursday for PAX.
Thursday, yeah.
And I flew into Boston. I got there at about 1 o'clock-ish, and then it took me some time to get to my hotel and then get back to the convention center, because my hotel was in South Boston. So I got there maybe like 45 minutes after the line had opened for the autographs with the Natural Six cast, and I was thinking like, okay, they're going to be there for a couple hours, they're going to keep the line moving, I'll be okay. And also, Holly messaged me on Discord saying like, hey, you're kind of like VIP, we'll make sure we meet up with you, that's fine. So, and again, I've never been to a con before, so I have no idea how any of this works or what it's like. I've heard the name PAX, but I'm like, I don't really have an idea of like how big it is or what the scope of it is. So I get there and I'm wandering around the floor and I'm like, I'm tired. I didn't sleep well the night before. I'm anxious to meet the cast. I haven't eaten lunch, and I'm wandering the floor and I, figure out that I need to go to the back of the ground floor here. And I see that there's like 3 large queue pen areas. Okay. And there's a lot of people in both. So there's 1, 2, and then there's a third one which is completely open. So I go to the one worker there, and she says, I'm like, hey, is this the line for Natural Six? And they're like, yeah, these are the lines. These 2 areas are closed. I'm like, okay, thanks. So I go down the third one, and it's just like me and like 5, 6 other people. So I'm thinking like, okay, they're gonna just open up the first queue, and then the second queue, and then the third queue. No problem. Well, I'm there for like half an hour, and then I notice that there's some other people coming to set up in front of my queue in that line who I don't know at all. So I kind of start to realize like, oh shoot, I think they closed off the line for the Natural Six cast and I got here way too late. What do I do about this? Because I don't want to be like shouting at them. It's like, hey, I know them, and sound like a crazy person. So I'm standing there and I hear this familiar voice talking.
I know what I was talking about too.
I'm like, wait a minute, that's Shan from the podcast, and I recognize. And I looked, I'm like, I think I recognize a couple people, because like then there was Ray was standing right by you too, so I'm kind of just standing there, and I'm like, okay. So I kind of like was eavesdropping on your conversation, and I chimed in, and I'm like, hi, by the way, KCKovec, nice to meet you.
I should note he was wearing sunglasses, by the way. It looked very funny. Like sunglasses and all, like a jumpsuit kind of thing. Looked very mobbish when this saw. So like to have him say that with the sunglasses and the mob looking suit, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I just had on my jacket still and a t-shirt underneath, but I was like, okay. So I'm like, hey, do you want to do me a solid favor right now? So I'm like, and I brought the card, like the Deck of Many Friends card with me, because I was thinking like, I don't know if they're going to recognize me or like know or think that I am who I say I am. So I kind of just like, hey, listen, do me a favor. Give this to Holly because she knows that I'm going to be coming and we talked on Discord. Don't look at this, but just slide this card to her. So then I got out of the line and went to the other side by the exit, and I'm kind of like, oh dear God, I hope this works. I hope she doesn't run off with the card. I'd be really wrecked if that happened, because all the attendee workers are kind of like side-eyeing me. It's like, who's this guy stalking the exit here? And eventually you gave Holly the card, and she's like, oh! And then she like saw me, and I'm like, wave, and then she like just ran over and just like jumped on
literally
me and like, gave me the biggest hug.
Snatched and ran.
Yeah, I was like yoinked. I was yeeted back behind the table to meet everybody. So I was like, all right, this worked. So I didn't want to take up like too much of their time, because it's like they're talking to the people in line and they're making new fans. But I'm like, hi, I'm that guy. It's so nice to meet all of you. So we had a chat. We had said hello to everyone. I rolled in the Cursed Tower. I rolled a 8 and a 16, I think. So solid. Okay. Solid numbers. And just had a lovely time meeting the cast for a little bit. But it had to be shared that almost didn't happen, because I was like, they're like, do you need anything? Do you want us to sign your deck? And I'm like, no, I'll just take a poster and I'll be good, you know. So I got in line for the posters, and then one of the workers came over and was like, do you have permission to be standing in my line there?
I love the workers at PAX. They're very goofy.
And I'm like, as a matter of fact, I actually do. That, like, Holly there knows. And then it was her partner there, and I thought that was their manager who was kind of working. David. I'm like, he knows that I'm here. Everything is fine. If you need to run it by them, please do so. But I'm good to be in this part of to be in the line here, and I'll be gone. So that's how I met the cast at PAX. Because what I also originally wanted to do was go up to Ben and be like, listen, I know you don't know me, but we kind of have something in common here. If it would just expedite things, may I show you my card? And then I was just going to go, I call upon the deck of many friends, and just slam the card on the table. That's what I originally wanted to do and surprise them, but...
Whilst in the sunglasses and kind of like cool, like mobster outfit.
Yeah.
Awesome. And it would have worked too, but the way they ended up arranged too was Ben was at the very end. Yeah. So you would have been waiting a very long time to pull that card.
Yeah,
he ended up at the end of the line.
The layout has always been Ben last.
Yeah. Because he's a yapper. Miss Yapper at the end of the line there.
At every, it's almost always Alex first.
We had Doug. It was Doug, Holly, Alex, Aoife, Ben. Oh, Harry was before Aoife. Then Aoife, Ben. Yeah.
Harry has been in the middle.
Always in the middle. 2
MCMs. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
and
a very clandestine
Aoife and then
operation.
Ben.
Yeah.
Basically.
And what was crazy was too, like, I managed to, like, Ben had nobody talking to him, so I got to talk to him more because I was hanging out waiting for everybody, and so Ben and I started goofing off at the end of the line. But like, it was a very I had cargo pants on, so all I did, I took the card flat like this and just immediately slid it in my pocket. And I was talking to Holly, and I'm almost done talking to Holly. I was like, oh, by the way, before I go, and I just took it and I slid it, literally slid it like a backroom deal. And I just went, so I was told to give you this, and I went, by Casey over there, and she literally went and ran. And I was like, oh. And Doug was so confused because he was talking to my new friend at the time. So like, I'm just like, oh, well, there we go. And then of course, like, they were all rolling their new dice in the tower. So of course they made him roll his dice in the tower. I'm pretty sure, like, I wanted to say that Casey was with Aoife and Ben when Ben threw his dice in the tower and it went flying out the front.
I think I was.
And his, you know, because the thing that makes sense is to go under the table and dive through the front and go through the curtain at the front rather than, you know, ask Shannon to get it because she's standing right there. But that's fine. We don't need sense at PAX. That took me out. I'm literally standing right there, and he's like, "No, I'm just gonna go under and just go under the curtain." Pretty sure it was like you, me, and my friend Jake. It was my friend. We were all standing. We were just like, "What do we do here?" Ben's under the table, but it was very fun. So,
and that's
I'm glad we can make it happen.
that's how I met the cast.
It was a good time.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, PAX was fun. The first con, just had a nice time walking around. The live show Friday night was fun. I was walking around and I walked past Samantha Bayer. She was on her way to something else.
My hero.
And I actually jumped in the hall. I was like, oh, no, fellow Deck of Many Friends contributor. I don't want to be rude. I'll leave you alone. But there were a lot of people there from the deck that if I in hindsight's kind of a pain, because if I had known that they were gonna be there, I might have actually tried to make an effort to see them. But I was so fixated on Natural Six and going to see the cast, I was like, I didn't think that anyone else would actually be there.
This is when you learn that PAX is actually a massive convention, right?
It's like what's
deal.
the word? It's not just a fan convention, it's an industry convention. That's what I'm looking for. It's a mix of both.
Yeah, and she was there, Tanya was there, Reb was there, there might have been more people there that I'm not even aware of still, but I was like, oh, I could have met some other people. Oh yeah, Anjali was there. I was like, darn, I could have just been like, hey, I'm some guy. I financially supported this podcast. We both gave cards. Do you want to say hello? I was just like, ah.
I mean, I talked to Samantha completely by accident. I was totally 100% planning on leaving her alone. She walked by me, but she heard me lamenting as I couldn't find Alex, that I needed my dice tower back. So she went to go get Alex for me.
Oh, that was cool.
She's like, that's yours? Come with me. And I was like, oh my God, she's helping me.
That's awesome.
She's my hero. I tweeted at her afterwards too. I was like, you're my hero. Thank you. Yeah, she's cool.
Very good, guys.
Yeah.
I think we're into review then of the last episode, unless, Casey, you have anything else you'd like to quickly impart about yourself.
Proceed. If you want to know or anything, just, say hello on the Discord.
We have time.
Got one question to ask, Casey.
Go, Harry.
What's your favorite timestamp?
Okay, I know this. I actually know this. That's a great question.
Good question. It also has to be a short answer as well, because I've also derailed this completely as well.
That's all right. No. In the second episode, there's this moment where Holly is attacked going down the landslide, and she's annoyed, and she just goes, fine, and is so annoyed. Every time I listen to that, I just chuckle. I don't know what it is with Holly being annoyed at that particular moment, but it just makes me laugh. I don't know. That's one of my favorite moments. Also, if there's anyone that can create a timestamp compilation of every time Aoife says something very silly or out of pocket, and then Alex has to tap her on the shoulder, that happens, I think, once every episode, or every other episode. But it just happened in the most recent. I think in the most recent one too. She said something. She always says something silly like that, and Alex has to go knock it off. But yeah, the one of her getting Holly getting annoyed was funny. Yeah, that's the first one and only one that comes to mind. There's other ones, I'm sure. If I went back and looked, I could think, oh yeah, that was a clever pun. But sometimes I kind of have to just balance out between okay, here's what's a funny quip or a pun that makes it enjoyable versus okay, I just actually have to be straightforward and say, Endelion tells Radiant this, just because it's a more serious character moment here with lore and connections being made, kind of don't get too jokey, make it easier for everyone to follow along. Because I just make it up as I go along. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I just kind of have to eyeball it. Fights are kind of tricky, but I try and do what I can there. But I go for maybe on average maybe like 7 to 10 minutes per timestamp.
Oh,
So.
nice. Awesome.
Very cool. Very cool. Please thank KC for his timestamps. It is hard work.
Thank you, Casey, for your timestamps.
Thank you, Casey, for your timestamps.
You're all welcome. Just I'm trying to help the show too, because I figure it gets people coming back. It's easier for them to find stuff. 3 to 4 hours per episode is a lot to sit through. And then if it gets people to come back and clicking and interacting with the video, or interaction.
That's
and watching is
retention.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Retention, view time. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Eyeballs on the content.
Yep.
Right.
Speaking of eyeballs on content.
Our own content.
Yes.
Review of last episode. There were many comments. Lots of people thanking Eve for her insights into the map. Anything in particular you guys wanted to pick out of episode 13, guys?
I say that searching for the comments right now.
I actually had it open so I could see if there was anything. I mean, I obviously want to shout out Eve. Eve was the top comment there. So I'm going to shout out Eve. I'm glad that we gave her an opportunity to talk about maps because she loves talking about maps.
I will see if we at some point might be able to get both her and Mark on at the same time.
That could be fun.
That
So
would be freaking cool.
Hopefully when her studio isn't like a bajillion degrees and we have to keep her in there dying. Like,
yep, she was definitely suffering a bit.
Terrible about that.
Everywhere.
I feel terrible about that.
Yeah, she was definitely suffering a bit. But we made it through. Sounded like she had a good time. Everyone has been very appreciative of the work she did, plus
So
talking about it.
detailed as well.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Very
Maps
fun.
are Cool.
Very fun. Cool. Then I think we can do a little quick news. There
Unleash
is
the feast.
Speaking of eyeballs on content.
Hashtag
Yes.
unleash the feast.
hashtag unleash the feast. This is where
Yes.
Casey's going to come out with his feast. No, he's drinking a beverage.
Unleash the feast.
Shan's got her beverage. Harry, do you have
One
a beverage?
of 3 beverages.
Wait, really? I mean, I got fried Heinz tomato soup.
Heinz tomato soup, yeah. I guess technically that's
There's
a beverage.
so many Pennsylvanians
Beverage?
in this chat. We've got his soup, we've got me, and we've got Casey. That's 3 Pennsylvanians in this. That's Heinz is Pennsylvanian.
I was
Really?
just
Have you
at the
know.
Heinz
It is?
Food
Yeah.
Festival over the weekend. It was
Yes.
Picklesburg. It was all things pickled.
Oh yes,
Unfortunately,
I
this
heard about
is,
Picklesburg.
Unfortunately, this is HJ Heinz Food UK Limited.
Well,
London
yeah, but
SE19SG.
The
the
Sorry for
brand is
doxing you,
Pennsylvanian.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, good for them.
The Heinz name is quite big
Come over to the land
in the
and catch up
U.S.
someday.
especially. Yeah, I mean that's the name of one of the stadiums out there too, in Pittsburgh. Heinz Field. Is that what it
Change
is?
the name.
Ah.
Oh no, they took Heinz
Is
off
beans
the
means
field.
Heinz? Does that come from Pennsylvania as well?
Probably, yeah. I mean Heinz. So if you've ever watched Mad Men,
I was gonna say
Heinz-
Mad Men.
Heinz is one of the brands in one of the seasons that's like their white whale. And the concept they came up with was so good that Heinz ended up using it as a real campaign, as a real marketing campaign. And they credited Don Draper. But it was what was it? It was like pictures of food without ketchup. And
Yep.
with like white backgrounds,
Oh,
it was like
God.
past the Heinz or whatever. Yeah, that was like they liked it so much that they got permission to use it.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
I do have one thing. It's completely off topic, but I do just want to say this now. I promise we're back on track. I promise.
Okay.
When Don Draper and Mad Men, when I was
Yes.
when I was young and like I was cultured, so I watched it, the Mad Men's. But here's the problem, like there's a lot of times Don Draper, I keep getting him confused with Michael Scott, like The Office. They kind of look like. Do they not look? Do they not like kind of look a bit like each other?
We're gonna move swiftly on.
I can't do this. I can't do this.
Yeah. Shan and I just move on.
I've just had things where I've been confused which series it was.
Yep. Natural Six is currently running a Patreon summer sale, or participating in the Patreon summer sale. You can get 25% off if you are a new subscriber at the Vile or Wild tier, which is cool. You can use the lovely code. And if you haven't seen the short, Unleash the Feast.
Unleash the Feast.
Yeah.
The code is 561C7. That got a lot of.
Is that going to be your first tattoo, Shan?
No, you have to understand. If you were at the watch party, we literally would not stop sending each other "Unleash the Feast" and the code over, and we were like, we're gonna do this at Serving Cantrip. Except Shannon never makes Serving Cantrip because she always closes on Thursdays. Yep. I actually have to check my schedule. I might make the next one, but I might be late. But yeah, it's like. We just went on and on about it because we had to watch the ad because Carrie had to use YouTube. So we were just we were all sitting there just quoting the ad because we were like, oh, we're probably gonna get the Patreon ad, and we did. So we were all just quoting it. We're like, we're gonna stop at Serving Cantrip.
Did you unleash the feast, Harry?
I'm already subscribed. I've got the Heinz.
Oh my god.
You've got the Heinz?
I think I mentioned this before, but I upped my I'm welcome to Reliquia now. Because I felt like it. It felt like the right thing to do after meeting them and all the stuff that the benefits I've reaped emotionally from Natural Six.
Well done.
Thank you.
So lots of cool stuff coming here in July. Action Surge, of course, today. We are filming this on the 15th of July. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff coming out, which will be cool.
Lots of stuff.
Yes, I'm looking forward to episode 34 next Tuesday. KC, any news you want to impart from the Natural Six sphere?
News or inside information. I am along for the ride like everybody else. Yeah. I got nothing.
Excellent. Bard, friend of the podcast, let me know that Harry went on the lovely Hell or High Rollers podcast to talk about Dungeons and Drop-Ins, which will be in London on the 17th, I think. Let me find the link.
September, is it?
Of September, yes. In fact, I will bring it up right now. 16th, yep. 16th of September. So if you're in London, still tickets available. If you're in London and you want to check things out, or if you want to check out Harry's interview with the Hell and High Rollers guys, I will put the link in the description of the video here on YouTube so that you can listen to a little bit about what it's going to be, because he kind of let us behind the curtain a little bit on what they're planning. So it's quite cool. Sounds cool. I'm looking forward to that. A few of us on the Discord will be heading down to London, or at least some people are already there. So yeah, it'll be a fun evening, I think, there in September. Yeah, I don't have anything else. Few interviews have been coming out with Doug, as well as Alex. Some stuff that was recorded at various game shows, etc., around KeylyCon or Key 3 there in LA. So all that stuff is starting to come out now. But yeah, I don't have anything else. Got anything else? Cast related? Shan?
I know they released some of the full like FMV stuff with Ben and Neil
for the game.
I still haven't watched it. But I know they released more footage. And that the next thing that I think Abu said the next thing they're gonna be doing is the release date.
Yeah, he kind of implied that it might come out this year.
Yeah. So once we have the release date, we can put that in cast news. But all it was that he released the audition footage that was used in the trailer of them, and there's more plot information. They're two actors that are friends, but also maybe enemies. And Ben's character is missing, and you're playing Neil Newbon's character trying to find him in this creepy, possibly haunted Hollywood mansion. And they were auditioning for the same role, which is why they may be frenemies. But there's just a little bit more information, I guess. And it still looks very creepy and interesting, and I'm very excited about the possibly haunted Hollywood mansion where Ben Starr may or may not be dead. Who knows?
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
It sounds fun. Cool. Anything else, guys?
I don't think so. Adira, you have anything? No, she's just staring. Don't worry about it.
Just staring into your soul because I'm a cat. Yeah.
All she does is sit here and stare. She's literally just sitting. You can see her ears. She's staring at the computer screen. I'm not doing anything. She's just staring at it.
Oh, she's not looking at you.
No, she's facing the computer screen.
Aha. Okay.
Now she's looking at you.
The
But
white light.
she's just sitting straight up. She's doing that cat sit where the tail wraps around the feet. She's just sitting here staring. I don't know what. Oh, she moved. Oh my God.
Thanks.
I don't know what she's thinking about. I don't know what's going on in this head. I don't know what goes on in this head. She just stares. She's weird. I love her, but she's weird.
It's better that we don't probably try to.
Yeah, let's not question her. Let's leave her
The
alone.
minds of cats.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Doing lately. Casey, what have you been up to, man?
So once I stop procrastinating and I can get back to the Final Fantasy XIV boss project, I'm currently playing, jumping back and forth between two games. One is Expedition 33. So I think I'm in the end game. I gotta be close. I've made it to like the final monolith, and I'll keep it there, I think. So I'm around that area. I think I'm close. And then the other game I'm playing, if I want to relive my childhood and be lame, I'm playing Backyard Soccer.
Oh yeah, I forgot that came out. That's one of my favorite games.
Some company bought the rights to the 1998 classic. It is completely easy and mindless. I am having fun with it.
I love Backyard Soccer.
The dichotomy of Expedition 33 to
Backyard Soccer.
I'm just kind of like, oh man, Expedition's really heavy, you know? It's just kind of like Verso or Pablo Sanchez. I don't...
I gotta just play Pablo Sanchez and his giant head.
Pablo's great. You don't need him. I mean, the game's already easy enough. You don't need him to win, although it is kind of fun.
What are my two favorite? What are your favorite? Like other than soccer, what are your favorite? What are your favorite backyard games? Like sport games? Because I already know my answer.
I liked backyard football, North American football. I don't know when or if that's going to come out. They have the rights for it. They keep saying it's coming soon, but the problem is like EA may still have the rights to NFL licensing and characters. So yeah, but that and childhood favorite, Spy Fox.
Spy Fox. I have Spy Fox Dry Cereal on my PC right now.
Yeah. No.
Humongous Entertainment. I don't know if you like. I don't know, Chris, if you have any experience with Humongous Entertainment, because they're not. It's an older, like a lot of young. That's why I didn't ask Harry, because a lot of younger people don't know what it is. But it was an iconic point and click game series for kids, And they had several like franchises within it. So like I love Pajama Sam, Spy Fox, Rainbow Fish. I believe they did some other educational games.
Yeah.
My favorite backyard games were soccer and baseball. I love backyard soccer. I love backyard baseball. They basically did all the major sports, but formative games for a lot of us, like 90s kids.
Yep.
At the very least. So like I don't remember what marketing would have been like. Obviously my parents bought them for me, so I don't know what that would look, but I don't know what it was like in Canada either. Like obviously my frame of reference is quite small. I was a child in Philadelphia.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, Shan.
I love Spy Fox though.
So let's just have a look at
I think there were just certain games that were just kind of like promoted or pushed at like
humongous
mom and pop PC.
If I look for like backyard sports, right?
Yeah, because there's a new company
And
that bought the
backyard
rights.
baseball. When did backyard soccer?
Baseball was 97. Soccer was 98 or 99.
Yeah. Backyard soccer was first released in 98. So
Now, Harry, back in the day, you had to put a compact disc ROM into the computer to play your games.
Don't worry, I know that I had an Xbox. I did that with the Xbox.
PC Lite.
yeah, that is. I'm not gonna tell you guys all here how old I was when that game was
released. That's why I was hedging my bets. Don't worry. That's why I went like I don't know what marketing was like for people older than a very young child. Like I mean, not that I was very young. I was almost 10, but
I don't remember this game in particular. At that time, I was playing the FIFA because one of the first sort of FIFA World Cup games was around that time.
That makes sense.
And this is international superstar soccer time and all sorts of stuff. This was a formative time for a whole wide range of soccer or football games.
Licensing wasn't so exclusive.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, crazy the number of ones. FIFA 98, I think, was on like Mega Drive, on the on Saturn, on the Super Nintendo, etc. So, yep, very, very different time.
I'll have to stream Spy Fox for you sometime so you can understand.
But yeah, I don't remember it, Shan.
Spy Fox, actually, be careful. You can't actually. I downloaded it for the Switch. You can't actually beat one of the routes.
I'll have to see. I only played it for a little bit to show it to one of my friends. But I'll give you guys a little bit of like lore. If you bought Spy Fox, I believe it was dry cereal. I could be wrong. It also doubled as a CD that played. They made Bond songs because he's a Bond character for kids. Like his like secretary is Monkey Penny. She's a monkey. But it came with Bond songs that they wrote centered around food. And it was very funny to me as a child to like go play Spy Fox, take the disc out, put it in a CD player and listen to Spy Fox like music. Cause I also was like, I had a dad. I was raised on James Bond. Like when your oldest kid's a daughter and then your middle kid is a son, you're just going to treat your daughter like she's also your son. So I watched a lot of Bond, a lot of Indiana Jones, like a lot of those classic like man films. And so my parents like, give the kid James Bond game. Of course, she's gonna love it. I did. I did.
So the educational games that I remember, and I'll switch back to the screen share here.
Oh, and Zoombinis.
not that I had these, but the Learning Company,
Yes, the Learning Company,
which was
yes.
early 90s. I remember getting these for younger members of the family around that time. And
I had a lot of their games.
And one in particular was so they did a bunch of the Carmen Sandiego stuff, but the one I remember, or the two ones I remember, were Reader Rabbit here and Midnight Rescue.
Yeah.
Which was late 80s.
Yeah, Learning Company games are classics.
Yeah.
I can't believe I managed to get us to go down such a nostalgic.
So, yeah.
It's nice to get to talk about these things because, like, a lot of people, like, if you're in, and this is such a tangent at this point, but, like, when you're in groups where people have a wide range of ages, it's really hard to talk about this stuff because, like, I work at Starbucks. We have really young people. We have a couple people that are within 5 or 6 years, and then we have, like, someone in our 70s.
Substantially older, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, not everyone understands these points of reference. Like I said, I mentioned Spy Fox and a couple other things to my coworker today, and she had no idea what I was talking about.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely no idea.
Yeah, because these games weren't preserved. And so, because those companies all went bankrupt, like, in the years after those games were released. So it's like when things became more standardized and it was less of a Wild West. And so, like, to have the opportunity to talk about these games that feel so niche to a lot of us now because no one gets the opportunity to talk about them, it's fun and exciting. It's a good time.
Do you have before we move on, Harry, do you have a favorite educational game that
Lego Island Extreme Stunts.
I love Lego Island.
Yeah, you're.
I mean, it's not educational, but like, nah, close enough.
Did you ever play the one where you have to build like bases on a planet, like mining bases? Because that game is more educational and it's fun as hell.
Yes, I think
love
so,
that
yes.
game. I need to see if it's ever been ported because that was addicting. I could play that for hours.
What I'll just say, Lego Island Extreme Stunts, though, man, what a game that is.
I need to go deliver some pizzas in Lego Island. Be right back. Like,
but then in
Lego
Island Extreme Stunts, or just Island Extreme Stunts, they forgot to put Lego on it. They forgot to say that it was a Lego game. That game, you're not just doing that, you're also doing extreme stunts for like TV and all that. And it's like, it's educational because it's like, don't do these, they're extreme.
Lego Island is where I learned Huzzah, because I don't remember if it was Lego Island 1 or like a sequel, but like you got to go be a knight in one of the portals, and if you win the joust, like all the little knights go huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. And like, because we played this game so much as kids, like all I thought about was the little knights and their Lego horses, huzzah, huzzah. You know.
What I'll say is like my first experience with like games and sort of education stuff in general is like 2001, like 2000, like not 2001, Solitaire from Windows XP.
Yeah.
That's my first game I ever played. Apparently I was good as a friggin' toddler.
Or the pinball.
It's a great one.
I mean, there's that, but that's like don't gambling. Don't want to get in. Don't get into that. Don't want to get into that. But Solitaire is all skill.
Solitaire is all skill. You're right.
Famously all skill.
You're right. Shan, what have you been up to?
What's up? Not terribly much. So last weekend I went to New York because there's a show that's closing. That's one of like the performances this year. So I went to see Sunset Boulevard. Yeah, I got the vinyl, which was recorded live in London. I forget what theater it was in. But I was right. I was gonna say I think it's the Savoy Theater. Yes, it was. It is an Andrew Lloyd Webber, John, but it had this really slick redesign by Jamie Lloyd recently, and like it did really well at the Olivier Awards. But what it's really famous for is that the title song is performed while the actor is walking on the street. It was a very funny bit. They still do it in New York, and our show actually had a cameo from one of the most famous Broadway performers, Bernadette Peters, which was very exciting. But it's very cool to watch. We did not see Soda Scout himself, Tom Francis, in the role of Joe Gillis. He had left the week before we went because the show closes next week, so people are slowly trickling out. But the guy we saw was very good. Nicole Scherzinger is incredible. While both of them won Olivier's, I believe he did not win the Tony, but she did. And she was excellent. It's very funny. It's a really interesting adaptation of the movie Sunset Boulevard. And a very interesting adaptation of the musical, because it's not the first time it's been done. But it was very cool. My friend said she was glad I influenced her into seeing it because she was not going to see it. But we had a great time. It was really good. And it did one of the coolest things that I've ever seen in a theater, which is, have any of you seen Sunset Boulevard?
The film?
I was going to ask
The
you,
film.
what is it about?
Okay.
Vaguely. Very vaguely. Maybe I'll watch it. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, you find out the beginning, but I don't want to spoil it, is the thing. So
yeah, it's
Don't
worthwhile
spoil
watching.
it. Where
It's
is Sunset
so good.
Boulevard?
So it's in LA. So it's
In
about
Los Angeles.
a writer who enters into a complicated and incredibly toxic working gray line relationship with a silent film actress in the talkie era. And things do not go well from there as she tries to plan her comeback. And they're both kind of using each other a little bit. But during the climax, and I won't say what happens, but Doc will kind of know what I'm talking about. When the climax itself happens, all the lights in the theater went off. Every single light, including the guide lights. I've never been in a theater that dark before. It was so cool. And they just piped the sounds of what was happening through the microphones. So you could hear what was happening with the actors, and then eventually they started flashing the lights so we could see what was happening. But it was crazy. Very cool staging. I don't know if they ever filmed it for posterity, but if they did, I hope it gets released one day. It was very cool. So that's what I did last Saturday, just a day trip. So today's my dad's birthday. It's our first dad's birthday without dad. So we had a couple things planned this week. We're going to the Phillies later this week. But we went to Topgolf, and I've never been to Topgolf. Topgolf is a fancy driving range where you can get food, you can get drinks, you can gamify it. It's multi-level as well, so tons of people can be playing at the same time.
So much golf.
It's
An
so much
unlimited
golf.
amount of golf.
Unlimited golf.
If golf,
Except not golf, just hitting the ball.
It's
this
a
is the
driving
mini
range.
game.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
kind of go to the driving range and you stand on a platform and there's just kind of big cargo nets and targets all around.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you try and get the ball on the target, and then you realize you kind of suck at golf, and then you realize I want a beer and some wings, and then you eat the wings and drink the beer, and then you try and hit the ball again, and you still suck at golf, and you have a laugh. It's kind of the Mario Golf mini game in real
Yes.
life.
Where you go
That's-
in the
we
Persona
played
games to increase your stats, to increase your stat.
I mean,
Kind
we
of.
played a block party style game, essentially. It was
Yeah.
something similar, literally like Mario Party for golf.
Yeah, and if you succeed, then that's point to your strength or charisma or talent, and then if you fail, well, then it's your charisma. So,
I mean, I did pretty
consolation
good.
boost.
I got better. It's because I never got my dad tried to get my brother and sister into golf, did not try with me. Hated. So I when I swing something, I'm swinging in the way that I know how to swing, which is baseball, which is a very different kind of swing. So it took me quite some time to I was a little anxious about bringing the club up before I swung. And so it took me a very long time to actually swing hard, because I was so nervous about it. And also it was a really awkward stance and movement for me. But I did okay, I think. But my favorite part was I got a giant alcoholic drink that came in a golf bag mug and with straws that look like golf clubs, and now it's mine. And it lights up, and I have iced tea in it, and Arnold Palmer, golf. And yeah, it was fun.
Arnold Palmer was a famous golfer from Western Pennsylvania.
Yes, and
Known for his mixing
he's
tea
who
and lemonade in his drinks.
tea and lemonade. Yep, if you have a 50-50 iced tea lemonade, that's an Arnold Palmer. they're okay. But that was fun. I'd do it again. Maybe be better. Let's see what else. The first My Chemical Romance show happened. I'm excited. I'm going to 2 of them next month. Sounds absolutely insane. Like, out of context, it sounds really scary. Like, the tweets the day after were hilarious. It was like, people asked me how the concert went. It's like, how am I supposed to explain to them that there was an election? 4 people were like executed by firing squad. The band was kidnapped. Gerard Way was stabbed by a clown, and then the clown had a bomb vest on. Like, it sounds insane. I'm very excited to see what they do. Like I said, I'm seeing them twice. I'm seeing them in Philly and New Jersey, and I'm interested to see what they do, because I think they've said they're gonna shake it up a little bit. This is just the first show, but sounds crazy. I'm very excited. The Black Parade is certainly back. So I'm not really played a lot of Clair Obscur because I only have one big thing to do, but I made a Verso alt recently for fun. And I'm using him to explore 2 jobs that I've never done before, which was Rogue and Archer Bard. He's not level 30 yet, so he's still an Archer.
To be clear, alts in...
Oh, it means you make another character usually based on something else in Final Fantasy 14.
Yep.
Yeah.
So my main is an Elizin, and she's in Shadowbringers, which I need to play more of. But I was having so much fun playing jobs that can attack while moving. And you have no idea how much that means to me. Because as a caster, my main cannot move. Or the spell is interrupted and she can't do anything. So like she can't dodge and cast spells. So like I'm doing like Archer and Rogue, and I'm just like firing things off. I'm just like running in, running out. I'm like because obviously I want Verso to be a bard, obviously, but also since he has 2 swords, eventually I'd like to make him a Viper, but you have to be a certain level to get Viper. So he's gonna be a rogue for now. But yeah, it's been super fun. Like playing jobs I've never played before. Kind of getting an education on like close, like distance DPS and close range DPS. And like actually getting to move. What?
You normally tank, or are you a healer?
No, I am a black mage.
Okay.
So I can't move ever.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't. If I move, my spells are all interrupted. I can't do a single thing.
Okay.
So it's nice to do something a little more fast paced.
Okay.
I have dabbled in tanking, but my main, like, I'm trying to focus, like, because I only have one job high enough level to go through MSQ, which is my black mage. Like, she's probably gonna primarily black mage unless like I pick up a job and help some friends with stuff.
Yep.
Until I get either through Endwalker or Dawn Trail, which it's gonna be a while. And then yeah, that's pretty much anything new and exciting. I haven't done much else.
And have you done any more data everything?
I have. I've been meeting lots more people. Who was it that had me like absolutely so like I met like the cabinet, and I was like, oh, he's Italian and attractive. And I met the mirror, and I was like, oh my god, the mirror is attractive. I met the shelves. The shelves are attractive. The desk is attractive. And I'm just sitting here like, but my favorite bit was I got the DLC. The DLC character is so freaking obnoxious. Like one thing she'll do, her name's Lucinda Lavish. She will, if you try to talk to an object, she will interrupt and talk to you instead of that object. And now you've lost that charge and you've talked to this lady. And so in one, she was bragging about how like so much love was given to her character model and her vocal range. And she's like, let's get one of these normies in here so we can compare. And I was like, oh no, she's going to do it. And she pulled in Dorian. And I was like, wow, he's not saying anything. That's crazy. And she says, yeah, see, I'm so important that like I have lines where I could talk about this guy, but he has no lines to talk about me. And like it's written so he's very annoyed that you can't hear him. And so she just keeps insulting him until finally he's like, you know what? I'm just going to go, and leaves. And I was like, oh, this poor Dor. But yeah, like I don't think I've found anything super crazy. I found the bobby pin. Which is like the thing that everyone has trouble finding. She's also hot. So yeah, it's a super fun game. They also there was a really good one it's the clothing detergent. It's like Titus Andromachy. And I was really sad because that was a really funny. If they had gotten like what's his name to play it, it would have been really goofy. The guy who plays Titus, but they did not. But they had a really funny gag where I talked to the laundry room door, and he'll tell you who's in all the rooms, and he started talking about Titus, and he was like, and she has her like her podikins or whatever they called. It was it's supposed to sound like a Greek military group, a little, and he goes, and you want advice on how to stay on our good side? Don't eat the pods. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna eat the pods. And he was like, don't eat the pods. So I was like, okay, Ben Star is telling me I can't do the Tide Pod challenge. I wasn't gonna do it anyway, but now I kind of want to. So it's just a good time. It's a fun game. Again, the character designs, every time I find a new one, I'm just like blown away by like how interesting it is. So like, date everything great. I don't know. Thank you, Robbie Damon. It's great.
Definitely. They've got some merchandise coming apparently.
Yes, yeah, they released some rules for if you want to sell fan merch.
Yeah, for fan merch, which is cool.
And they cleared up in the same post that they are going to have stuff coming out soon. But it's nice when developers put out like, make fan merch. Here's what we hope you will do so that we don't have to come after you.
Yep. And please don't do the following 5 things. Yeah.
Yeah. So nice.
Yeah. No, very cool. KC, I feel like you were doing other things other than soccer.
Yeah. Were you doing more than soccer?
Honestly,
all I do is ball. Ball is life.
Nah, it was soccer and Claire Obscure, what I'm playing right now, and then once I get through Claire, then I'll probably go back to doing the boss fight project that I was talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And
boss fight gauntlet.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, I really don't have too much on my plate at the moment. Go outside and ride a bike.
Mm-hmm.
Touch grass. Yep.
Yeah, touching grass is a really important thing that I think people forget to do. So we'll do that eventually. Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Sweet.
Oh, I forgot, Doc. The other thing I was doing.
Yep.
Helping find things for the glossary and the fandom. That's my new job. That I took on for
yes,
myself.
the list of goodies.
Yeah, because I did say I was originally going to watch from the beginning and take notes, but I realized what she actually wanted from us. And I was like, I can do that.
Yeah, just
so
the
during watch parties, I've just been noting.
Basically,
things that sound
Holly
new.
wants our watch party vibe check.
Mm-hmm.
Since the vibe check, the contents and framing of the vibe check was recently explained during the last Q&A.
Yeah.
So if you haven't watched the last Q&A with Sam from Double Jump, you should.
Happened
in real life
as well.
Yeah, and they answered my question.
They
I
did
finally
answer your
got
question.
answered.
They
yeah.
did.
It was cute. It was a good one.
Harry,
Too.
Yeah.
what are you up to, buddy?
Yeah, Harry,
I mean,
what
I
you
just
been up
first wanted to just point, double back and just say, what do you mean? Everything has DLC. I mean, I'm not.
It's
like.
I mean,
No,
it's-
no. I just looked it up, and it just said like you can date the deluxe edition as a concept.
Yes,
and
you can.
Michael transaction, and I'm
Mike transaction. Yeah.
I'm laughing at that. Is
You can use them
wild.
to boost
good.
your stats. Lucinda Lavish does it against your will. I have not tried it through
and
Michael
she's apparently voiced
transaction
by
yet.
Ash Ketchum's voice actress.
Yes,
as
she
well.
is.
It's
And don't worry,
incredible.
she's gonna tell you how great she is at voice acting. Like it's very funny. Like it's a very funny bit. But when you just want to talk to your vacuum which is what I was trying to do.
Can you turn the deluxe edition like that stuff off though? Can you turn?
I have never tried.
Can you turn off Lucinda?
Believe me, I've been trying to turn her off this entire time.
Conceptually?
Yeah. I want her to go away. She bullied my dork.
Right, and the only thing I've seen about Date Everything is like the character who is just the ghost of the previous person who lived in the house.
I haven't found her yet. I haven't gotten to where I can find her yet.
That's I was
Dorian
just like,
won't let me in.
Wow, that's interesting.
He said
I was like,
I'm
wow,
not allowed.
That's interesting. And that's all I can say about that. I've not played it yet. What have I been doing this week?
Yeah, what have you been doing?
What are you doing?
Well, some important things. Some important thing in general. I mean, the game that I've been talking about the last few times, A Chamber of Stars. I did the final QA testing bits on that. I've got 20 hours locked in on the final build that got put into Steam, making sure that the game did in fact run beginning to end. It's out now for £12 on the Steam. It's a good game.
$15 US.
$15 United States.
It was on my wish list. I got notified, and as soon as it went live, I posted in the Discord.
Thank you very much for doing that, Doc.
Eric waved. So play it.
It's cool. Go
Check
play
it out.
that game. It's
I have to
pretty
get
freaking
unstuck
great.
from the demo.
Yeah.
Check it out.
It's pretty cool. It's a cool game. It's a good game.
cool
And
game.
it's
trying
about,
to get it to the 50 reviews, because then that's a very positive rating if you do that.
It's about 15-20 hours to finish, Harry.
I mean, no, it shouldn't be. Average is about like 8 to 10. 8 to 10.
Okay. I can do that.
The reason why it's 20. Actually, wait. Can I post? Can you play sound clips here?
Yes.
I'll just send that in. It's a 1 second clip. But actually, today, this is one thing that I did do today. A lot of those 20 hours have been me just trying to full clear the hardest song that's in the game, because it's got rhythm segments in it. Shan, did you get to the rhythm segments yet?
No, because I haven't played it since you told me why I was stuck.
Still stuck on the puzzle.
I was telling Doc you were trying to help me because you thought I was stuck somewhere else. I was like, no, I figured that out on my own. I'm stuck on the puzzle. But I haven't played it since I was stuck on the puzzle, so I need to go back in and keep trying.
All right. The only problem is we'll be able to hear the audio, but the audience will not.
Oh man, that's
So
a shame. Can you
we'll
add it
have
in
to-
post?
we'll
Okay,
have
well,
to-
I can
we'll
do
have
my
to-
best impression of this
he's
sound
gonna
clip
do an
because it is just of my voice. Basically, it's just an audio clip that is just the reaction. God, I just heard it. To me getting the full clear for the hardest song in the game, which genuinely has taken me about 3 to 4 weeks of having a good little go at it every couple days to finally get the full clear. And just I've posted a 1 second clip. Actually, no, I'll post it in the Discord randomly. So
Oh my god.
post it in the
Just
Discord.
put it in video games.
Go
right?
into
Yeah,
video
just put it in
games
video
Discord
games.
channel. I'll post it along with a screenshot because like one of the screenshots in this song absolutely slays.
Yeah.
And yeah, I reacted very positively. It was basically just a big yes, just something completely just feral in me. It's good. It's good. So I got that. I only got 2 more songs to clear out of the whole thing, and those are extremely hard. So that's been good. I've been doing that. Outside of that, the game jam that I was running has fully cleared up and everything, which is all good. Like 210 pieces of individual industry judging feedback given to all 108 games that took part in the game jam. I've played 90 out of 108 games.
Nice.
And
Good
this
number.
Thursday, I'm going to be finishing the other 28 or 18.
Nice.
I can't count anymore. Finishing those on Thursday, and then we're done. And the other thing is also that you, Doc, found me and friggin' gave me a bowl in the middle of Dundee. Like this one.
Is that your favorite one?
I mean, no, it's the only one that's not in the dishwasher at the minute.
Uh-huh.
Did you tell Doc what those guys said to you when you were taking the bowls home?
Hey, it was right there.
I was there.
Oh, you didn't say he was with you. You just said,
No,
oh yeah,
he
these
was
guys were
right there.
bullying me. Yeah, he didn't mention
shall we
you
go
were there.
back? Shall we go? Yeah, like when we were walking along, there was like, because for context, basically I had to walk. We had to walk all the way to Dundee University to go and pick it up from the Amazon locker.
Yep.
I didn't really bring a bag with me, so I was just having to hold it around for the rest of the evening. And we were walking down, just around Dundee. There's these two guys. I'm pretty sure they were like drunk. I think. We'll say that. They
sounded
just kind of
drunk.
went and just said like nice bowls. What was it? Just like they just said nice bowls you've got there.
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't know how to respond to that.
I wouldn't either.
They are nice bowls. Harry has used them.
There's 3 bowls. Yeah, I used them to create a big batch of 14 of the cookies. So there we go. They're kind of like in the freezer, and I can like bring them out and pop them in the oven, as and when I need them.
So they're big enough for 14 cookies then.
Yeah, big enough for 14 cookies with the amount of recipe, which is 7 more than they were.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Bowls. So many jokes.
Yep.
Oh.
So yes, we had Harry and I had a meetup.
Yeah.
We hung out
Yeah.
before I went to a meeting in Edinburgh. Which was fun. We had some photos on
Korean
Discord.
barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
We had Korean
Awesome.
barbecue, which was good.
Oof,
Korean barbecue was excellent.
Disappointing ramen, but great Korean barbecue with it, and great Korean fried chicken with it as well.
Mhm.
Korean barbecue Dundee, pretty good.
Yes. Solid 8 out of 10 review.
Yeah, I
on the
think 8
restaurant,
out of
Harry?
10 is pretty good. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's an 8 out of 10.
Yep. Otherwise, been very busy. Lots of work stuff going on at the moment. Had travel, of course. Got back on Thursday night last week. Yep.
Wow.
Trying to set up things for this, do a bunch of other stuff. I have got a little bit more Death Stranding 2 in. Still enjoying it. I had one pet peeve, which they have patched, which was great. I came back and there was like, patch, fix the thing you hate. Excellent. Great. Thank you very much, Kojima Games, for fixing the thing that I hated. Yeah. And when I was traveling, I did something I have not done for like 20 plus episodes. I listened to the episode before I then subsequently watched it later. And that was very weird. Very, very weird. It was exceptionally weird, which I'm sure we will talk about, to hear them talking about the dice jail and a bunch of other stuff during the episode before actually seeing it. So that's it for me, I think. As promised, we got ourselves an art showcase, guys.
Enjoy some funny art.
Around so I can see.
Yes. I am going to bring up the art. We got some good stuff this week. And I'm going to swap over to the scene with the screen share so everybody else knows what the heck we're talking about. Danielle, who I met, I don't know if she remembers me, but I met Danielle at MCM. She had a very cool booth. You can check out the stuff that Danielle is doing. I think the cast has a couple of her dice rolling mats. No, not mats.
Boxes.
Dice. Yeah, the box.
Right.
The tray. Exactly, Harry.
Yeah.
Dice trays. Excuse me. And yeah, I'm looking to try and get Danielle to get me a dice tray, but I gotta talk to her about it. But yes, here we have a very nice pine marten.
Very nice.
My boy.
From Doug's favorite pine marten,
Hank.
Hank. Exactly.
Sweet bean.
So yeah, cool stuff from Danielle. Cool stuff. And if you want to check out some of our goodies, check it out at Vinewood Gaming, which is there in the footnote on the art piece. Any further thoughts on Danielle's
He's cute.
rendition of Hank?
He's very cute.
I will rank it a Hank out of 10.
Excellent. Well done. Given how far back some of these go, several weeks now, in fact, over a month, some of the themes will be throwbacks, including this one.
The chicken with pants.
Yes.
Hells puts out, just puts out very cool stuff. I think I asked them whether we were going to get a print of this so I could take it to the next MCM and maybe get Aoife to sign it, but we'll see. It's very cool. I like it a lot.
Looking good out of 10.
I love it.
Yep. Clucking good. Excellent. What do you feel about the shading on this, Harry?
Good shading.
It's
I like the
actually
shading
really
on the
good.
chicken.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's all the shading is really great.
Like the chicken's like shaded. I like the chicken is, you know, quite like simplified, non-shaded, which is like quite a good contrast to the incredible shading that is on Dolly. But like I do like the shading that they've done on the trousers, really gets the 3-dimensional perspective in there.
Yep. There is, when you're doing just black and white pencil, it is, or pen, I guess. There's nowhere to hide with the shading.
Yeah.
It's got to be on point.
Yep.
Very cool. Next one. Macaroni of MCM booth fame, as well as Radian cosplay fame. Had some cool buttons. I think Holly actually has the Andelian one. She posted
Fantastic.
on the Discord. So
Yeah,
very cool
People's
stuff.
Princess.
Yeah. Nice touch.
The little tiara.
Yeah. Quite cool. Yeah, very happy to see a diversity of folks posting stuff in the fan art. In particular, I'm looking forward to seeing Mel's plushies. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I am very, very looking forward to Mel's
I need to
plushies.
draw a doodle so that I too can draw. Need to practice.
Just do it, Shan. Just do it.
Yeah, but I have to practice.
Well, yeah.
I can't draw anything.
All right. In keeping with some of the theme, we have
Chicken with pants.
Pats. Chicken with pants. Mini.
That's a pretty big mini for I don't know. Actually, the scaling, like I might not be like scaling wrong.
I
but,
think
like,
it's a.
is that
I think it's a
chicken
regular
sized?
size mini.
Wow, medium size. Is it
So
like medium
lost
size or is it
chicken.
chicken size? Because chicken's like gonna be quarter size, right?
Good
boss.
point.
That's what I've been like. The scale is like, is this a medium-sized chicken or is this a chicken-sized chicken?
This is a human-sized chicken, I think.
Big chicken.
Obviously, we don't have a frame of reference here, but assuming that is a 30 millimeter base, we don't have Mark. We don't have Mark here to do the estimates for us, but
Right.
The experts.
yeah, we're just rookies.
Especially me. I had no idea.
I've never used
I've
minis
never even
before.
held a mini.
Always played online.
If you played chess, you've held a mini.
You know what I mean.
Hey, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying. I'm trying to like build the inclusion in there, you know?
Go down to your local Games Workshop at some point,
Yeah.
Shan, and just kind of get a feel.
Mhm.
I touched some like Half-Life minis from like, you know, like Half-Life, like the game.
Yes.
Because someone at the recent Abate Digital Graduate Show, one of the graduates, which also just happened last Friday. So
Mm-hmm.
good, congratulations, people who graduated from universities in the UK. But one of the graduates in the year created like a entire like wargaming system that was all about like basically Half-Life 2 specifically, and they'd like 3D printed and had a whole bunch of actual like Half-Life 2 3D printed minis that were like scientists and, you know, a Gordon Freeman and everything like that, which was really quite fun. So there's many of them. Odds your oyster of minis.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, new challenger
Oh,
with the lovely
Yes.
my God.
R. Brown illustration.
I am
Fantastic.
high chair.
This is
Hood is
very
down.
cool. There were a couple of other versions of this. If you want to check them out, you can do so in the Discord, including one that I believe has been semi-animated
Yeah, there's a little
Oh.
gif.
as well. So yeah, very cool.
some shading. Wow, lots of lovely
And
colours.
yeah, the shading's great.
I can't. I like. It feels strange to see I without the hood on.
Mm.
It does. It does.
Yeah, he seems like unfinished. He not like the art is unfinished. Like he does not look complete because he doesn't have his hood on. He looked like he bald.
Yep. I think it's quite I love the detail of the fact that the chair is broken at the
Yeah.
back so that he can get his tail out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fun.
Yep.
Awesome.
Which is quite cool.
Brilliant.
Right on. And last but not least, the aforementioned Noon.
Ooh.
Oh
Hank
my
and
gosh.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Like this is also the final version. There are versions of this in various stages of draft, also in the Discord. If
That's
you
so
want to check them
cool.
out.
It's
Yes.
Like the
something
addition of
out
Little
a
Moon.
Frank Miller comic. A little
It
bit.
does. It
Hmm.
really does. It really does. Yeah. On their Instagram there, they've got all sorts of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got 3 chickens. This or
Cluck cluck.
2 chickens and an owl.
Lots of go birds.
Go birds. Exactly,
Go
Shan.
birds.
Exactly. Cool. Thank you very much to everybody who gave us permission to show your art. There's always cool stuff in the fan art channel. Whereas some people are purveyors of the spoiler chat most. I'm loving some fan art channel. It's probably my
I-
second favorite channel.
I dipped into the spoiler
Discord.
chat to tease my out of left field prediction, but
Prediction?
I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
when I'll finally. I told the guys before you joined the call, Harry.
Oh.
But
You
I
might
don't.
you might have to disclose it.
Maybe on the
Shan.
podcast because I don't know. I'm so scared to like if I feel so vulnerable having such a crazy theory and putting it on the server and knowing that Harry and possibly Ben will then have to sit with my crazy brain for like God knows how long until all of us discover if it's true or not. And then
Well,
I will feel
it's
quite
bold.
foolish. It is bold. It is
It,
bold.
it
and it's
is
funny.
bold. It is bold.
It is bold. And sometimes you gotta swing hard. You know, I play a lot of baseball back in my day. Sometimes you gotta swing. You gotta swing for the
Swing for the
rafters
fences.
in the
Swing for the
fences.
fences.
Yeah.
Sanchez.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go to
Exactly.
golf hard.
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta go to
Golf
top
hard.
golf.
Sometimes you got to top golf hard. Right. It's a very nice segue by Shan into episode 33 of Natural Six.
48 time.
It is time for the spoliers. They
I'm
are
like
up.
the only one who got like anything close to right, which is crazy.
I can't believe this one. I can't believe this one.
The Harry crash out is going to happen.
The Harry crash out. Let's zip through the predictions here.
Do it.
Thankfully, they're all short. So
Yeah. Should I run through them or?
I mean, mine is easy. There was no tavern, and I did not get drunk. It's quite simple and straightforward.
Wrong. Mine is also simple. I did not crash out. He was sad and handled things quite well.
Yep.
Bonus if Harry kind of crash out in the course of the session itself. I mean, like probably not really. I mean, the closest thing was sort of like the instant where I was trying to like click buttons with like my elbow because my hands were filled with like cookie dough. Trying to like basically click the Discord on my computer. Nothing happened there. So I did not. No, none of that happened, unfortunately. Shan,
Was this before or after you did your PC upgrade?
oh, my PC upgrade was yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I got some more RAM and put it in the PC.
Spoilers, Harry did a PC upgrade.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
For providing the technical support on that.
Yeah, we're just going through each of our ones. So Shan, yeah, what was your ready?
Yeah. So like, I said that we were gonna have a Parvis funeral, which we kind of did.
Yep.
I know that they like. We kind of like hemmed and hawed over it in the chat, and then I know that in Action Surge, they kind of like Harry said it was a funeral, and Holly said it was a party, and it's kind of a mix of both. Like it's as Aoife said, it's like an Irish wake. You know, we're doing something to celebrate rather than mourn, and like I mean I know all about that. So like. Yeah, we kind of had a funeral. So I got like 50-50. My other one was Radiant Take Somnium, but I'm guessing that I really thought this, like, if we're resting, we might as well do it. But I also forgot that the super strong Mega Somnium is still to come. And now he knows that he's Feywild, so he knows he can take it. And something weird will probably happen more than anything else. So maybe next time. But yeah, so that's a wrong. I'll take it. But, you know, I couldn't think of anything last time except for Parvis funeral, so that's fine.
Yep. And there was no tavern.
No tavern.
So
Sorry,
it couldn't be
Eve.
called anything.
I gotta give you the red, Eve.
It existed. Never came up.
Yeah.
Right. How do we feel about the attire in this episode?
Great.
It was good, wasn't it?
Always great.
Yes.
Everyone looked great. Everybody looked good.
I have a little bird has told me where Alex gets his bowling shirts.
Harry.
Where did they get them from?
We'll have a convo after the episode here.
We can't spill
Harry?
his secrets on the podcast. He
and
listens. He'll know where to come when it
I mean,
gets out.
where does he go? Like, I don't know,
Until
fudging
some-
super dry?
Listen, if there's anyone listening out there that really likes fashioning, the Natural Six fan base and community, we need one of those like Natural Six closet accounts. Where
Yeah.
someone has an Instagram
Yeah,
Yeah, like
or
they do
other
for
social-
Critical Role. Yeah.
that like kind of like stalks and figure out where people get their wardrobe from. If you are one of those people that really have a keen eye, we want you.
Well, I
to do
mean,
that.
Holly
that's
and Aoife
kinda
have
us,
shared
so-
some stuff before.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is kind of us. We have talked about the Aoife and Holly wardrobe choices
Yeah, 'cause there
and
was
source
that one
for some.
sweater that looked like an Eagles sweater, and Aoife told me where I could find it because I was like, "That's so cute."
Oh,
But yeah, I added all my notes in here, guys. You'll have to
dear, I need my notebook,
interject as
girlfriend,
accordingly.
sorry.
But just to kind of kick things off,
Mm-hmm.
very early on, I think within the first like 5 or 10 minutes of the episode, we had Aoife use a mantle of whispers.
Yeah, it was like one of the first things that happened in the
which
actual.
is
But after all the.
Yeah, after all the preamble, which
Yeah.
used mental whispers, and it gave us some interesting insight into what was going on, and yeah, she can now become Nox, I guess, if she wants, for the next
And she knows
hour,
stuff.
I think. Or so I guess she can't now.
No,
right?
but I think she just wanted information more than anything.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep. Checking on the
Closure.
rules of mental of whispers. I think it's 1 hour.
I can't get to my book right now, and also Adira's right there, so.
Yep.
pretty sure it's quite like limited anyway. I mean, you only get like one per long rest.
Yeah, so because they've rested, she cannot use it again. Yep. Yep. So yeah, very cool. Definitely
Wait,
got
I'm just
some
waiting for the one time when they're gonna get a
insight.
glow member down, and then she'll use it on the glow member,
and hopefully we can get a little more.
we can
yeah.
figure out what the hell a ring is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
how the rings work.
Speaking of rings, well, there was another note there, but I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it. But I've been waiting to like, yay, Aoife, about the ring of the orator.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Mm.
Shan. I mean,
But the
she's
shrooms
had
are
it
blighted,
since.
But yeah.
Yes, I mean, she's had it since
Number 2.
episode. Is
Way
it 2?
back in the day.
Yeah, episode 2.
Yeah.
Episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was when they found
Everyone,
it.
Yeah.
episode 2 is when everyone got their fun loot apart from Ben,
Apart from
Yeah,
Ben.
and
which
like,
also got corrected today.
fine.
Yep.
Yeah, he was so excited. But like, there was like any time that Aoife Dolly was in a group of people, everyone was like, "Oh, maybe now she'll use the ring," and like everyone assuming she forgot about it. It's like, well, if you think about it, there's not really any use for it until she has the confidence to want to use it.
Yep.
And it makes sense that like you kill Nox, and now all of his followers are out here looking at you, and you're the next person they're gonna look to as like the goddess everyone's been waiting for. It makes sense that this is the moment she finally uses it, because this is where it has the most utility.
Yep. I was just checking on the glossary how many charges, and it has 6.
6.
So 1 has now been used.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like 6 forever? Like, like only 6, and then like the ring explodes into
And then the
dust?
ring's magic has been consumed effectively. Yeah, I don't
Right,
honestly don't know. But I would assume so, Harry.
Sounds good.
Yep. Yep. Of course, Mark's Dice Jail made an appearance.
That was really fun.
It was very fun. We got a preview at MCM because Mark delivered the Dice Jail while we were all at the booth at MCM.
Okay.
So we got to see it there, and it was on display at the booth for all to see. Yeah, it's very cool. It's very, very cool. Harry almost forgot one one ring of it, but yeah, it's very, very cool. Very, very cool. I'm trying to think of what else.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, yeah, I mean, mushrooms. I mean, Nox kind of like, got died, and then all the friggin' mushrooms died. Like when they set fire to Nox, set fire to all the mushrooms as well, right?
yep,
If I remember correctly.
kind of breaking the link between them or whatever.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how that. I assume in 34 we will get exposed a bit more to what these are, or what other nefarious beings may be messing with these.
Yeah.
I believe it was El Fenriel who was talking about the possibilities of all this and how the mushroom might be affecting everything here, and he was pretty on point. Or has been pretty on point so far. So yeah, we'll see how far that, I was trying to make a mushroom pun, but it just doesn't work. How big that rabbit hole goes. It's kind of hard to, yeah, I don't know.
Gonna Portobello our way over there.
Oh,
That's such a that was awful.
that was great, Casey. Yeah, but I think I think that's one of those like don't quit your day job ones.
Yes, it exactly was.
Yep.
But there was an awkward silence, so I had to make it worse.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Should we talk about the? I mean, there was some nice things. No, I also want to bring out. Oh, good, because it's not written here. Can I like skip much later into the Radiant goodies? Real quick.
You want to talk about the Radiant goodies?
Yeah.
I just
sure,
love how he
man.
wanted to go hang out in Nox's room. It's like by himself. I'm gonna go see what's in Nox's room.
And like, so I need to get the sequence events of this correct, right? Because again, I
Okay.
want to see this now before we talk into like, the kind of like, more like grounded things. So
Mhm.
was he? How the heck? How did he get his hands on this item that he got?
I mean, he was in Nox's
just
room.
in Nox's
Just in Nox's room.
yeah.
He rolled high on insight,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
Or was it investigation? Can't remember.
He was with Kel. I forgot he wasn't by himself.
I
But
think
Yeah.
he used the tower and he got like a 16 or something good
Yes.
on the roll.
He definitely
he
used the
rolled-
tower.
yeah.
You are absolutely
He
right.
did.
Yep.
Mhm.
Because there was much discussion about how the tower was very kind to him in this episode. And yeah, I think that's it, Harry. Like, he just rolled relatively
It's
highly.
more just like,
and-
where did he find it? Because like I don't know if they made the joke. How comfortable are we getting saucy in this podcast? I don't remember.
What do you mean by
What do you mean?
saucy?
I like I could not get the mental imagery. I could not get
Oh
the.
my god.
There you go. Thank you. I could not get the mental imagery of like Radiant
I-
with his nondescript like rod that he found in Nox's room.
Harry, I just cannot believe, okay,
Uh-huh.
that with the group that we know Natural Six to be,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and following the serving cantrip, that nobody was talking about polishing rods.
Yeah, nobody was talking about that.
Yeah.
Thank you. You said it before I could. We've opened the door now. Like, Raging so many times was polishing his rod so many times that he had found in Nox's room. And the reason why I was asking was like, did he just like find it in a cabinet or something? Because like, what the no one mentioned this. And I was like,
Nope.
am I going crazy?
No,
Am I going
nobody.
crazy?
Maybe
Or
it
is
was
this-
that was just like too easy for them. I don't know. I feel like
they have made jokes about much less.
100%, man, 100%. Maybe they just didn't want to like
Kind of like
nod to Ben too much. I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
I think it was, or maybe just kind of like take the mood from that particular episode and like that kind of
Yeah.
raunchy direction, because it seemed like there was like a lot of heartfelt moments. Everything.
There,
like
you're right. I think the other thing is that because they hadn't filmed for whatever it was, 5 or 6
Mhm.
weeks,
Like
Yeah.
a while. Yeah.
and apparently they were like in the green room for like 2 hours before they even started filming. Yeah.
And also, they just had 2 back-to-back live shows, which were also incredibly innuendo and raunchiness filled.
And
Yes.
then the beginning of the action surge.
Yeah.
What happened at the beginning of the action surge? I genuinely don't remember.
Find out for your go watch it again because I don't know if I can talk about it on the podcast.
It was pretty much first 5 whole minutes.
I'll put it
was
this
just
way: it was
super
the
raunchy.
natural 6 polycule.
What?
But the specifics cannot be spoken about on this. On
Why
this,
can't
this
I? Don't.
podcast.
I do not remember this. I think
I
it's
lo-
pigeonholed.
I
What
just
the hell?
love while you were doing all of that, the look on the cat's face. Shan,
I didn't see it because I have
It was-
my cube covered because I'll always look at myself instead of one of you guys or the camera. So I have no idea what she's doing on the other on her other side, but I'm sure she looks crazy. She's always staring.
It was like,
Judging.
yeah. So yeah, that's it. I mean, there's not much else to say about the Radiant goodies.
Except
No, it is,
for
yeah.
I constantly
Messing with
trying
them.
to trick him into thinking it cracked.
Thinking that it broke, right?
Yeah.
And also that it's like gonna be a cool magical item that's a wand of something or other, but like gives him the one that's like shield and mage armor get more basically freebie uses of that. So radiant
Shield, mage armor.
It leans into
adds
the
1 to AC.
narrative as much as it does, like with Radiant committing not just to Dolly but to Elowen at this point, that he's gonna try to not want to die as much. It's good that he got some shield goodies. It's
Yeah,
good. It's
no
great.
more for the lulls. I'm going to.
I did like in Action Surge though how he explained how he chooses what he picks up when he levels up. Because, like, he's never really said why he doesn't have things that would have been really useful by now. But I like it. It's kind of cool. It means, like, we don't really know what he gets until it becomes, like,
Yeah,
narratively relevant. But, like,
I agree,
it's great.
Shan.
think
I
it's
agree.
cool.
I think it's also interesting that he chose not to disclose
Well,
what
half of
those
them
spells
didn't.
were.
Half
right?
of them didn't disclose anything.
So yeah, I'm
yeah,
excited.
Like Doug didn't disclose anything either.
Nope.
He chose to wait. But I really like the idea of choosing where you take your like skill tree based on where you want to go narratively as opposed to what you think would be fun and cool, especially from Mr. Fun and Cool. Mr. I just want to do what's cool.
Yep.
It's interesting to hear him say, I chose things that I want to use in a narrative way later. So yeah, it'll look cool, but it's also because I wanted to serve the story I'm telling with Radiant. I was like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And it's nice
No,
to
no.
hear that instead of thinking like, what is he thinking?
What are you thinking? Yeah,
4D chess, apparently.
yeah, I mean, he did mention that obviously early on he went and watched some YouTube videos or whatever on builds for wizards, which I
How to
thought was
build
kind
a
of
wizard.
how to build a wizard, which I thought was kind of funny. And has since basically ignored all that, which good on you, Ben. Boy,
power to
the
you,
last the last episode though, and all the combat, you sure were paying attention to which spells would be important for that one. So yeah,
They can't all be winners.
no, you cannot. No, you cannot. So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how the soft promise to Dolly and Elowen to not put oneself in danger deliberately goes going forward.
I
You
mean,
can see how long that lasts.
for Radiant.
I'm torn because like I want to, because like narratively he messed up, and the best way to prove that he means what he said, that he wants to be a better person, is to take care of himself.
Yep.
And if he and the best way to protect them is to take care of himself. And like, you know, the conversation with Dolly as well, where like she kept saying, "No, you were right to betray me because I betrayed you first." And he's like, "No, that's." girl, you don't deserve people betraying you. I was like, wow, it's so crazy to hear Radiant say stuff like that. But also, like, Dolly needs to hear that, but obviously it's not the time either because she's so torn up about what just happened. So, like, I'm hoping they have, like, better conversations or, like, more conversations because I do think they need to have an actual conversation when Dolly's not still recovering from all of this because obviously, like, when she's feeling like this right now, all she's going to do is put herself down. And the fact that Radiant is sitting there, like, not literally holding her face in his hands, but like idiot sandwiching her, like, you don't deserve that, like, was very funny. But also, like, having him, the one who made the choice that betrayed her, trying to tell her that, like, I did that to you, it was bad, but I didn't do it because you deserved it, was really important for her to hear, but she's just not in the place to hear it yet. And that sucks. I love narratively when that kind of thing happens, but I also hate when that kind of thing happens, where they're just at two different points in a story where, like, they're saying the things that people need to hear, but they're not in the place to want to hear it. It's just really interesting. So I hope there's more conversations there to figure that, to, like, get their stuff together, because, like, if she's constantly thinking that they're just going to betray her for fun, Dolly's never going to be comfortable with this group. So it's like,
yeah, I mean, my sense coming out of that conversation, having listened to it twice now,
yeah, I haven't gotten the chance to listen to it again,
was that they're good.
Yeah.
That Dolly understands.
Aoife said as much as well, because Holly was like, "Oh God, they're fighting again," and Aoife and Ben were like, "No, they're not."
This is the fun. This is the fun fighting now.
Yes, they're getting back to normal essentially, and this is where it starts: is you have a conversation about what was done, and then you have to prove that you mean what you say and build back to good from there.
Yep.
Yeah.
KC, how have you felt about this?
This episode in particular, it kind of went mostly the way I thought it was going to go. I thought that there may have been a small chance that the children might have been angry with the group, or
there wasn't just a small chance, dude. It was a DC 10 or DC 15.
Okay.
Harry had tears for what could go wrong.
Yep.
Yeah. So that they could have been like, you killed our leader, and then the group would have had to fight their way out of this one here. Mm-hmm. So, which I'm glad it didn't go that way, because that group could have been in real hot water if it went down that road. But I was predicting it would be mostly a cool down episode, kind of like a debrief. Because, I mean, looking at, I had the timeline up here and I closed the tab, but the group really has kind of been on a bit of a tear lately, everything leading up through the woods.
Mm-hmm.
They really haven't had too much, like, time to kind of, like, rest and collect their thoughts so much.
Yep.
So that it went about the way that I thought it would, which was nice, because, I mean, we definitely had really good character interactions here. I enjoyed, like, Elwyn and Dolly's chat with each other. So I think now we're kind of really obviously this was very much the closing of a certain arc, and now it's a good question of where we go to from here. So, and really it's most things are going to be resolved. And I also like the callback to the Grenmiers too, and the fact that now that's an option for, people there to actually have someone to write to as well. That's a nice callback, because I know
very smart of Ben to think of that. I was like, oh, yeah. And I loved Holly just like, I also add a note because I don't trust his note.
Yep,
it's very funny.
Yep, and it's smart that that they left the family there in case that the group has something to go back to, just in case. Now that it's like, okay, now we've kind of linked these two factions together a little bit, it could come in handy in some way.
Oh, 100%, man.
Yeah, for sure.
In the future.
yeah, having friends out there is going to be pretty nice. So, yeah, not much. I don't think. I mean, it really went how I thought it was going to go. You know, I still got a lot to kind of cope with as well. I like Kelnis's direction that he wanted to go ahead and help them as well with. I was looking at the name on the check.
Oh, with growing the Hortensia.
The Hortensia, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hortensia. So, yeah, everything on this arc, I think, kind of really has a pretty nice bow written on it. There's not too much in terms of loose ends, you know, unless there's certain Gloam that got out of there and they're going to go back to the Spider Prince and anyone else that's kind of lurking out there.
Definitely. How did we all feel about the level 8 items that were disclosed?
I mean, I really like. I think I obviously I can't really give a technical opinion, but I really like the scene with Elowen and Radian and how
the Misty Step.
Very funny that everyone shades Radian for not being good at anything, but also wants him to teach them everything. But I thought it was really cool, a really great way to kind of bring them together as well, especially because she was like super mad at him and suspicious of him back when he told her what he did. When I was right. And so I really like that, like, she went to him and she's like, look, I couldn't get to you guys. I couldn't get to you. I need you to help me learn how to get to you, especially because he's so squishy. And because he puts himself in danger, but like, it's obviously because he's squishy. And so like him teaching her how it worked and getting to hear how Elowen/Holly interpret it was very, very cool. And it was just a narratively satisfying scene. Also very silly and very fun. But I had notes on it somewhere. I just really thought it was like a nice little scene. Had some really great lines. Again, going back to like how I think Radian's probably like actually maybe growing as a person. The fact that when she started crying, he immediately started comforting her and was just like called her Ellie and everything else. Like, you know, like saying you've got us. Like he doesn't want to go anywhere anymore, but who knows? But it was very, very cool, and the fact that he like gave her information about himself because of the scene between them, just a very, very cool moment for the both of them. Very cool feat for her. Very excited to see how she uses it versus how he uses it. Especially because she wants to use it to protect them. Just very, very, I just thought it was really awesome. I was just sitting there like the whole time because I thought it was just a really nice scene. Really great to see these two who, because they're friends and sit next to each other, always poke at each other at the same time. It's nice to see them actually work together on something. And, you know, be really cool. And like, and also that he wouldn't have let Erastus take her was like because that was when they were going to fight with Erastus, but he was like, no, you can't have her. Was like nice. It was a very nice scene for the both of them. Very cool to see Ellie learn how to Misty Step and to trust magic a little bit. Very, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I mean, the narrative.
You guys can talk about the technical stuff. I'll do the narrative.
There's nothing much to talk about when it comes. I'll double down on your narrative comment, Shan. It's kind of cool, right? To be in a situation where you have Fae touched, taught to you by a Fae.
By a Fae, because now she knows he's a Fae. It's like, that was very funny. It's like, well, I want to learn how to Misty Step. I picked up Fae Touch. Coincidentally, I just found out one of my work relationships, because obviously he's not I don't know if she considers him a friend, is a Fae. That's crazy. I'm going to ask him to teach me how to use Misty Step.
And it was certainly implied by the Action Surge discussion afterwards that Holly had thought that through quite deeply,
which is
right?
Cool.
Which I thought was kind of cool. So yeah, I mean, she has Misty Step now. So it'll be really interesting to see how she there
I
are
also
obvious.
liked Radian saying he didn't like that anything he's learned about himself yet, because I think that adds another layer to the idea of how he doesn't like how he feels, but he also doesn't like who he's
Yep.
supposed to be. So it's like it's just a really really great like them admitting a lot of stuff to each other that I really liked.
Yep. How do we feel about eyes shadow touched?
I'm glad that Alex can do more stuff now because he gave himself a way to free up spell slots.
Yep. It's really tough. I think it's tough when your character, especially in combat, becomes a bit one-dimensional, right? I think that going back to, Casey, you talking about the Final Fantasy 14, TAT, RPG, etc., and that's always my worry about simpler systems, is that just the kind of mechanics of combat just become quite one-dimensional. It's like playing the video game where you've learned all the skills in the first 5 levels or whatever, and you're just repeating the same skills over and over and over again.
That's
right?
Fair.
But you can always have diversity, of course, in how you kind of apply the things. But yeah, having more tools means you get to do more cool things, right? And have a diversity to the way you approach things. So yeah, I'm definitely in agreement, Shan. And it sounds like maybe this is my prediction
Oh God.
ahead of time.
All right, I'll get ready to type it in.
I think I might have taken a necromantic spell.
Really?
Because Shadow Touched allows you to take one necromancy or let me look at the 2024 rules. One spell from illusion or necromancy. So I'll be interested to see what he has selected, but I think he might have selected something from the necromancy school.
Okay.
So
It's
obviously
only
he
just
did.
the first level.
Yes, just a level 1 spell. Yeah.
No, I need that.
Like you should bring like Raise Dead or something, and then
Yeah.
that'll be too OP and just too much immediately. Like a immediate third. Just
Yeah.
you get 1/3 level spell of your choice. You can just do once per day.
Yeah. So while we think about that, let's look at level 1 necromancy spells. I'm trying to think of what the level 1 ones are.
Right, yeah, I'll do this on my
So level 1 necromancy spells are Cause Fear, False Life, Inflict Wounds, and Ray of Sickness.
Oh,
So
I could mess with. I mean, like, an inflict wounds would be pretty awesome. But
problem is you
however,
gotta be in
be
touch
touch.
range, right?
and
Correct.
I don't do that. But however, think of it this way: I goes invisible, sneaks up to a guy, and basically does the hitman on him. Does the friggin' stealth game on him. Inflict wounds, just to insta get someone. Also, I don't think I would do that. Catching up to me. What are the options again? Gosh. you
Cause
said it.
Fear, False Life, Inflict Wounds, Ray of Sickness.
Ray of Sickness could also be kind of like.
So
a
I'm
Ray of Sickness
wondering
would be
whether he's gonna take Cause Fear.
fun. That can work. Yeah. That's valid.
Yeah. Cause Fear, False Life is obviously cool, because it gives you temporary hit points.
But I doesn't get hit, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So, but I wonder if he'll take Cause Fear.
Cause Fear seems like seems like it would make sense.
Yep.
I don't have too much to say outside of that.
What do you think of Casey?
I think Inflict Wounds might actually have a shot. Kind of going off of the stealth combo with what you were saying. Also, if I remember, a lot of from doing timestamps, I seems to get a lot of his finishers from shooting the opponent. I'm wondering if if Alex may want to change that up and add in a type of special melee attack.
Yeah. Thinking about School of Illusion, level 1s. And this is why I'm thinking Necromancy, because he's already got some illusion spells, because he's already got Disguise Self, right?
Yeah.
So Color Spray, Disguise Self, Distort Value, Illusory Script, Silent Image, and Unearthly Chorus. So, yeah. It'll be interesting to see what he picks up. Those are the options. Any of those tickle your fancy, Shan?
I want to scare people.
Hmm.
I like that one. That
What
one
the hell
sounds cool,
is-
and it's a good way for him to, like, because he was already like casting all these little sounds to make Radiant think he broke.
Yeah,
his new
Cause Fear
staff.
is
So, like,
Cause Fear is quite cool.
so getting to like do that and like distract, another way to distract, might be a good fit for him.
Yeah.
I is just a little rascal, and I think he
He
would have fun
is.
doing it.
Mm-hmm.
He is. He's my little rascal. I love that little guy.
Yeah, and because he's always hiding and everything, it shouldn't be too much of an issue with him with concentration on Cause Fear. So
Yeah.
yeah. Cool. Those were, I think, all the level 8 things that were disclosed. Yeah. We didn't hear anything about Dolly,
No.
right?
Mm-mm.
We didn't hear anything. We know about what Elwyn took. We don't know what Radiant took, spell-wise.
Yeah, he also said he would rather wait.
I don't know if he said what feat he took.
He did not. He said he would rather wait.
Yeah.
I think I probably wrote it down because I write literally everything
And
down.
Doug also did not. I don't think he
Did not. He also said he wanted to wait.
let anything out of the bag. Yep.
Yeah.
So
I didn't write it down, but I know for a fact Ben and Doug both said out loud
more or
that
less.
they didn't
I
wanna share,
would
yeah.
rather not. Yep.
Yeah, so that they can
Um,
use it for their narrative later or reveal it
Mhm.
when it would be cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
So rewinding slightly back to the cave or to the cell.
Mm-hmm.
What would you have painted on the wall for Parvis?
I can't answer this question because I can only give unserious answers, and like, I would harsh the vibes if I just said what came across my mind.
Wow.
You were thinking about the peeing, weren't you?
Yes.
KC.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Heroically.
I would
Mhm.
think I would try if I could do a very rough painting on the wall. I would probably try and draw Mount Atria, just like a simple rectangular shape,
Mm-hmm.
and then draw the sun, and then draw like a darkened moon to like show like there's an eclipse and darkness,
Mm-hmm.
and just leave it cryptic at that.
Okay. Shan? Are you drawing right now?
No, I was pulling up. I was trying to remind myself what they all drew. I'm kind of torn. I liked the image of both when they opened the door, back in Avelion, right? Is that what it's called? Yes.
Alvelion? Yep.
Yes,
The
because that was really
Dead
cool.
City, basically. Yep. Mhm.
Yeah, when they found the doorway to the caves and opened it, was
Oh,
really
yeah.
cool. Yeah, so like, because that's one of my
That
most
would have been
memorable
great.
Parvis scenes. Yeah,
Mhm.
was when they found that door. I mean, technically, I drew something similar, but it wasn't that specifically.
Yep.
And then the only other one that like the image I think is cute or like makes me think of Parvis is when they first got to the child forest or the sister.
Yep.
And they were following like just the image of them following the symbols on the trees, just like finding them and following them, just like
Yep. Very cool. Yeah.
Tickles my fancy. It's very cute. I just
Love
think
that.
kobolds are cute.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yep. I did see Martina she has her own rendition of all of the paintings. You can check it out in the fan art. I did not include it here because I would love to include things from Martina literally every one of these art showcases, but I like to give other people some time. Maybe we'll have a separate section that's called the Martina Showcase, and we'll just do something for Martina each time we do these. But because she's pretty prolific, she's very quick to have stuff. Yeah,
I gotta get on that level.
Very quick to have stuff. But yeah, she's got a rendition of all of the paintings, all 5 of them. So check that out in the fan art. Yeah.
I like that Radiance is stick figures.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Incredible. Incredible.
Yep. She doesn't miss a beat. She knows exactly what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really like the opening the portal. Shan. I think that's what I would have done. Yeah.
It's the moment of Parvis I remember the most.
Yeah. Apart from the peeing, of course, but yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, but that's also because there was like a lot going on in that scene. Like Ben and Aoife were like killing it, and then immediately pivoted to like making fun of Parvis while he was peeing. Like it's great. It's good stuff.
What
Yep.
was
Of
the
course.
last pee that he ever had? I hate to say it, just
and honestly, if you then think about the fact that like Radian turned around and like immediately blamed himself for his death. I mean, it's the last thing he did before killing him was making fun of him while he was peeing.
Yeah.
I think it really says a lot about the characters.
Yeah. Oh man.
Moving swiftly on.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool to have the positional change during Elowen and Radian's.
Oh yeah, because she didn't want to sit
literally next to him and be like going like this the whole time.
Turn away from the camera the whole time. Yeah.
The whole time, yeah, which was pretty cool.
That way, could look at each other as well a lot easier.
Yep.
I had to figure out what you meant by positional change, Elo and Radiant. Because they literally did Misty steps. So I was like, does he mean like?
No, I was talking about. I probably should have put Holly and Ben positional change or Holly positional change. Yeah.
Yeah.
Change is scary. I like that, and also the Ask Us Anything. Oh my gosh, scary. Like
Harry was.
And there was no one in the DM spot as well.
No.
It was so unbalanced. It's scary.
Scary.
It was weird.
People are sitting in the places I'm not used to. That makes me
I know
scared.
that they've talked a little bit in the past about how the original positions were selected, but they actually went into it more in the Q&A, which I thought was quite cool.
What was it actually?
About they just talked about kind of like how, I don't want to spoil too much of the stuff that's inside the Patreon, kind of behind the paywall, but
you could lie. This could be a lie.
This could be a lie. Yeah, I mean, they just talk about the kind of rationale for how it's set up and probably how they won't change it too much, right? They're all pretty comfy where they are, so
like a feng shui kind of thing.
It is, and Shan got a question answered.
I did. I was very excited. And it was very fun because I'd only listened to. I suspected it though because I had said something to Jazzy in the chat because they were talking about the Q&A. Somebody mentioned the Q&A. I think it was Ray, and I'd said like, oh yeah, like I've been listening, like, but I'm scared to find out they answer my question or not because, like, that's the best question I've come up with so far. Like, I don't care if they answer my question or not. I know that's been a hot, not me saying it, but that mentality has been debated in the server in the past, which I think should be kept to yourself, if you're worried about that. But in my perspective was, this is the best question I've ever come up with, and it's timely. I can't repeat this question the same way again because the whole point was it was the first AMA since my first D&D game, like official full D&D one shot, because my question was related to me being in a D&D one shot. And so, like, for me it was more like I'm gonna have to come up with a new question, and that's impossible for me to do. Jazzy had said, like, oh, you still have plenty of time, and I was like, oh, they definitely answered it. And not to spoil, like, the question or the answer, but I did think it was really funny that I had a whole discussion about how to pronounce my name, and like, it was just very silly to me. I was like, oh, that's so nice. But it was also nice to see Harry, like, chuckle because he is the reason I have my display name. And I told him that at PAX, but it's fine. But yeah, it was really fun. I love, subscribe to the Patreon, hashtag unleash the feast. The code is, hold on, I'm going back up.
56LC7 or whatever it is.
561C7.
There you go.
Join the Patreon so you too can watch the Q&A and hear my question answered live, or you could just go in the Ask Us Anything. You could see what my question was because I did post it there. But also, you don't have to be a patron to ask questions anymore. You just have to be a patron to listen to them. But yeah, so that was very exciting for me.
Is there a meaning behind the code, or is it just?
No, I think it's just.
I don't believe so.
Patreon randomly generated one.
You can ask that question in the
you can ask. I'm sure they would love to answer that question.
Who is 561C7?
Is this what does this refer to? Of elaborate code or message? Like
5 because there's 5 players. 6 because it's natural 6.
Does the code
1
mean...
Harry? C. Who the hell is who? What the heck is
Is it a hex? Is it a hex code?
C7.
Harry?
Yes. Let's. Oh my god. It's got to be. We've got to find it out.
Or
does
but it needs to be 6 digits, right?
ASCII.
Does the code reference that Radians are reborn?
Oh my god. We're here. I'm here for this.
We're getting into some like lost levels of mystery.
We
are getting 100% into
Harry
some,
has
which is
like
amazing.
3 bits we need to bring up every episode, and it's shading,
we have a problem.
Reborn Radiant,
gang.
and the
I have a
Cookie
problem,
Bowl.
gang. In terms of hex,
What is it?
Because it's only 5 digits.
It's only 5 digits. We need a 6th digit. What's the
6th
digit?
leading digit could be 0.
Leading digit could be 0. Thank you, Doc. They were gonna fix this.
0, 5,
0, 5, 6, 1, C7. We get an invalid character A and then a spicy C.
A spicy C.
What color is that?
Huh?
What color is that? 0, 5. Because that's
hold on. Let me just
3
try to
octets. So
let me just try to send it vaguely here. Square AC. Whatever that first one is, like an invalid, vaguely invalid character.
Oh, the characters, in ASCII. Yeah. But if you did 0, 5, 6, 1, C7, what color do you get? Some kind of like
hex color.
Off.
That's what we're doing
blue.
Right now. I believe we can do this right now. Let me find it. Let's dump that into hex. You get a very blue. You get a very blue. Which is blue because Radian loves the fudging blue juice from the river.
He does love the blue juice.
He does love the blue juice. Yeah.
He likes the Fortnite chug jug from the river.
You're right, KC. We have not had any further water manipulation shenanigans for some time.
Technically we did. They just weren't shenanigans. Like I
go on.
Cleaned Celandine off with water manipulation shenanigans.
Yes. I guess I was referring to.
Oh, do you just mean water being blue?
Water that should not. The water that is not the correct color or whatever. Because we've had
we
blue
haven't really been near a
and
body of water in a while.
Yep. So, cool, guys. I will finish my notes here by commenting on Ben self-insert star's comment. Well, if I had a whole cult of people obsessed with me.
That was very funny.
Yes, Ben.
That was very funny. I have things I'd like to say, but I shouldn't because I'll be mean. Again, everybody knows I love Ben Starr. He's played some guys that mean quite a lot to me, and I think it's funny when he makes jokes like that because he's mostly kidding. But man, do people actually believe these things though? And I don't mean like no, what you know what I mean though. He's saying it as a joke.
Yep.
But I'm saying people act like
yes.
If he had a cult, they're already in it.
Yeah.
They're already drinking the Kool-Aid.
The Kool-Aid not even produced by Ben Starr is being drunk. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I also point out, just real quick, we haven't done a single
Ben.
episode, those straws on Shan's drink real quick. I know it's been 3 hours, but I just want to quickly point those out. That they're wild. They're like golf clubs, and it's an open container, and it's straws which has lids on them. There are lids for the open container, and I think that is awesome.
Well, because this is supposed to be like a shareable drink, so somebody can drink out of the mug. And then 2 people can use the straws. This was
is
a large
an incredible image
alcoholic
in my head.
beverage yesterday. This was a quite large alcoholic beverage last night that I drank, mostly by myself.
A cool glass.
Yeah, it looks like a golf bag, listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday, Dad. Whatever.
Yep.
Right,
we haven't had an audio
listeners
sub. I guess audio title.
Well, and to your point though, one of my favorite things was Date Everything put out a promotional video where Ben was supposed to romance his own character, and he introduces himself as Ben Starr, video game narcissist. But the joke is near the end, about the middle of the video, after he's been romancing himself for a while, he meets the wall. And he's so fascinated by the wall that he just keeps going back. And he's like, guys, I think I'm romancing the wall. And he just keeps flirting with it, whatever. And you can see how entertained he is by the whole thing. And then the wall finally speaks, because the gag is that the wall just says wall over and over again. And so that's why Ben was entertained. He's like, yeah, you know it, wall. Because you just say wall back to him a ton of times. And eventually he reveals that he can speak, and at the end he goes, guys, this is Ben Starr, reformed video game narcissist, for I have not fallen in love with myself, but I've fallen in love with the wall. And it was very silly bit that he clearly did not know was going to happen, because you could tell at the moment he was like, I think I'm going to romance this wall. But yeah, it leans into that bit a little bit, the whole if I had a cult.
We've already talked about Radiance goodies. Yes, anything else we want to say about 33?
Kel and plants. We talked a little bit about it, but I was glad Doug was so excited to finally play Farmville. D&D Farmville.
D&D Farmville.
That he got to do all that. That he made a friend.
I loved the conversation. You guys know me. I love a mechanics conversation where Doug was emphatic that he didn't want the free stuff.
Yeah.
I was just like, Doug, you're getting these spells for free, dude. They're free. They're free, Doug.
Free.
Oh, I don't want those free things.
I want other free things.
I want other free things. I'm like, but Doug, you're getting the spells for free. You can cast them for free. They're prepped. You don't need to worry about prepping them. You're getting them for free, Doug. But I don't want those.
And I also in that vein, I also liked, because I keep finding notes of things people said. I like that when Kel said we should stay and help these people, Radiant was like, yeah, you know what? We always leave a path of destruction behind us. And it's that's why I'm like, I think he's becoming self-aware. But I like that Kel was the one who pushed them all to stay and help, because he can actually
we needed an episode where it wasn't, I think, Casey, you put it not quite that they were all gung ho, but they were all
It was a cool down episode.
cool down.
And
Cool down is
Cool
what you
down
said
episode.
earlier.
And I agree to that point too, especially because like now, and Shan, that's a great point here. Him going in to help with planting and trying to get these people back on their feet with something of a remedy. It really was, for once, kind of like more optimistic than we see in the ending of several other arcs. I mean, I think it's just kind of like, we see like there's gloom on the horizon, or we know where we're going. This one was kind of, the threat isn't imminent. Like, we're not saying like, oh, there's dark storm clouds over there that we're gonna run towards. It's like, you know what, we can help everyone here, and we can make it something kind of nice, But yeah, I agree. The cool down is the word that I use for this particular episode.
Episode 33, the cool down.
Expedition Natural 633. I did like that they made the joke, so we didn't have to. They also made a lot of like Alters jokes. They made a lot of Expedition 33 jokes.
Alters was definitely
selling all the
it
games.
was definitely on their the Alters was definitely on their minds. That's for sure.
Very self-referential. But also
we also haven't talked about the episode MVP.
Also, that before we talk about the MVP, KC.
Oh, I was going to say
sorry.
that Expedition 33 and Alters were bundled together.
Yes.
Oh,
they did
yes.
do a bundle.
Yes, there was a bundle. There was a deal.
Maybe,
The cute little
that was
bundle.
something. So I was just kind of like,
There was a deal.
Synergy.
Yeah.
Episode MVP, Shan.
For anyone who was at PAX, Ben loves brand synergy. If you were at I talked about the Smasher Pass, where like he called out Expedition 33 cosplayers, found a Verso, insulted the Verso and said like, you will not get me to choose you, walked away and said, no, you know what, actually yes, this is capitalism, baby, and like pulling him up. This is very funny. Anyway, Celandine, the new leader of the Children of the Midnight Moon. We have not talked a word about Celandine.
Celandine, I was going to mention when Casey was talking about hey, what if the children were not so easy to? Well, Harry did mention that
Celandine would have died to get them out of there.
Yeah, would have sacrificed herself to get them out. So, and she cured the blight.
Yes, that was so funny because when we were in the watch party, Holly, Elowen asked like, "Can you heal this?" And someone said no, and then Harry's like, checked his notes. It was like, yeah. And he was like, oh. This is so funny to watch live. Because obviously, who knows? But she did. And I really liked also that, Elowen got cured and then was waffling the rest of the episode whether she should tell Radian that he could also be healed until the very last moments of the episode where she just grabbed Ben and lifted his arm. It was like, can you heal this guy? Very funny stuff. But yeah, Celandine is like so cool. Like, first of all, she stayed up all night helping to not all night, but while everyone else was sleeping, she was like working. She also helped Radian and I with Parvis and gave them the paint and the brushes to do their painting because she felt so awful that she kept the cell as a place of reverence anyway already for Parvis. Because she was so touched and moved by, not only guilty, but like touched and moved by what Parvis had said to them before he died. She also helps get the Hortensia together, or Hortensia, however. I always harden the S. So that she hooks up Kel and Marielle so that they can get that together, so they can start to, heal these people. She's the one who tells them about Baroon. And there's something they still don't know that she knows, which I'm very interested if we'll ever find out, or if Harry will ever tell us that that's what, down the road, if it's something they find out. She tells us that Baroon is is already in motion. And so that's what prompts Radian and Elowen to give her something to send a message, because nobody's strong enough to leave yet to tell Baroon. But when they're ready, they will have proof and words of trusted friends to to help them. And what's the other thing? And I wrote down from her speech, because I have a hard time, like I can't write very fast, so I just wrote one line from her speech, and it was the we don't need a sun or a moon, we need a beacon, or whatever. Somebody said that. Was it Aoife, maybe, actually?
Pass, Shan.
Okay, because I wrote they, not we, so I'm wondering who actually said it. But like during her speech, essentially, to them, which was like a reflection of what Nox did, but rather than being something that kept them under control, it was something that gave them a bit of their health and freedom back through the Hortensia. Just very like, she's so cool. She's very cool. And like, you know, I helping to show her true skin to like the people, the populace, and her being accepted as herself instead of a like shade reflection of the midnight moon, like a dressed up as the priestess. And now she's and what I really liked was when I did write this down word for word, when she was talking to Dolly, and Dolly said, "You look like a leader." She said, "Well, I don't feel like one yet." And Dolly said, "That'll probably make you a good one." And I really like that. But my favorite quote she said, my absolute favorite one, because it's true, and I think about it all the time because I'm always sad, is "Things will look brighter in the morning as they always do." So yeah, Celandine MVP for the episode. MVP.
I agree.
Forget these player characters.
Celandine. Screw 'em.
Screw them all.
Having a cure though for the blight is huge, though. So.
Yeah, I mean,
so lucky. That was so lucky.
I think Harry potentially bent the rules a little bit there.
He might have, but he did check his notes, so he clearly saw something he could at least use in theory.
Yeah, because I think what we established is that curing the blight required greater restoration early on, and that means that the cleric needs to be at least level 9.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a pretty powerful cleric.
Yeah.
More powerful than the players at this point.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether that was Harry's kind of plan, was to have Celandine be more powerful than the players, but I
mean, she could have been a very powerful enemy if they didn't win her over early on.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%. Yeah, it would have made that whole encounter from 32 very, very different.
Yes. Yeah.
Very, very different. Right. Anything
and they
else?
put Parvis in the bag of holding. That's my last note.
They did put Parvis in the bag of holding. You were absolutely correct.
I was waiting to see if who would do it, and Ben was like, "What if?" I was like, "Oh,
wait a moment."
Of course it was. Put him in the bag of holding.
Put him in the bag of holding with all that.
Put the body in the bag of holding.
Put the body in the bag of holding with all the booze.
Well, I mean, to be fair, where else were they gonna put him? It's the only place that really made sense.
I mean, carrying him and all this stuff would have been rough, I think. So yeah.
This is like temperature controlled.
Yep.
In the bag of holding.
And they embalmed him.
You gotta be the bag of hold. Every good D&D campaign needs an excuse to have a bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Anything else on 33 before we give our predictions on 34?
I really liked it.
Yeah, it's a good episode.
Yeah, it was a very nice change of pace.
Mm-hmm. Really
cool.
Nice.
Predictions. I've already said I might have taken necromantic spell. I will even go further and say I think it might be, what did I say?
I don't remember. That was so
Cause
long ago
fear,
now.
I think.
I know that was my guess, so I'm gonna say yes just because I want to be right.
Necromantic spells. Let me go here again.
Stupid question.
Cause fear.
Oh, go ahead. What's your question? No such thing. What's your question?
Which forest were they in again? Was it mother or
sister?
Sister.
Because I did the same thing. I flubbed over it a minute ago, but it is sister. They are going to mother next.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that was gonna be my one prediction here. Is I think they're gonna go west towards mother, and then I'm after that though. If they get things done, I'm wondering if maybe they head more to the northeast part of the map.
I think it'll be interesting, Casey, whether it's clear Ben has been waiting more or less until other people complete their kind of, if you call it, primary quest, right? Before he goes, I might
And
like
we
to
still
go
have
to
the
Lake.
Wasp out there. To be fair, like Kel still has stuff going on.
Yeah, I was like, I might want to go to Lake Kova and see what might be up. Because it's kind of been implied that's where the leaky blue stuff is coming from, etc.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, what I will give Ben is that when he notices that a narrative is going in someone's direction, he said this before. He doesn't push. To like, because they'll always be like, "Wow, you're so well behaved." It's like, well, because it's not my time. It's this person's time. Like,
Yeah.
And so he's probably gonna keep patiently waiting, but eventually I think either someone will offer, because now they know stuff about him. They knew more than he did
They
for like a
know
couple minutes.
100%.
So and they're gonna want to know too, because if they now all know, like, oh, he came from the Feywild, he has this deck. Not even Erastus knows why he has it. Eventually, they're gonna be curious enough that they're gonna want to find out for themselves, because now they've been in the deck. Like, this is a mystery that they're going to have a stake in.
Yeah, I mean,
Or if the story takes them there, just like the story's taken us to I and to Dolly and to Elowen and to Kel through the Wasp. So
100%, Shan. I mean, I think as well, now that they're much higher level, right, that the saving throws are easier.
Yeah.
So, I know that this is going through my D&D brain, right? It's like, okay, I'm much higher level now. The saving throws are easier. Now I can start to do things with the deck that I couldn't do before.
Right.
Right? Because it's easier for me to pass the saving throws.
Unless it's Troy Baker.
Unless it's Troy Baker.
The specter of Troy Baker haunts us all.
Asking other party members for help potentially on those saving throws, doing things together. I think there's a bunch of ways in which they could potentially get more, especially since they know that the deck potentially has more information now, right? But Harry has a prediction.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh damn. I don't actually have a prediction for this one, to be perfectly honest. I don't have one. Apart from, I want to say 3-word title. Let's go a classic 3-word title. I think it's gonna be a 3-word title. If I want to be bold, this is the episode where they if I'm gonna be bold, I want to say that the cliffhanger for this episode is going to be related to I's search for themselves. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna word it like that. That's how I'm gonna word it.
Okay.
That doesn't mean we have to get to that. It has to be just a cliffhanger that is based on that plot line. There you go.
Okay.
That's me done. Super simple.
Casey, you want to double down further on your geography prediction?
Now that I have the map up here.
Yeah, do you want it in writing?
You can do that. I'll be honest. I did predictions for like the first 4 or 5 episodes, and then things just went in such a turn that I stopped, and because I was
That's why I struggle to do it. Like, it's
say something bold.
Who knows what'll happen with these people?
On a bold prediction, you could say.
You want something bold. Did we ever get that one weird agent of the web that was supposed to be coming after these guys?
The Wasp.
Yeah.
I mean, Wasp's not been around since 22.
Yeah, he's still in the wind.
Still on the road.
Yep.
I think we've it's been a while since we've had a good the web is kind of hounding these guys, and I know it's like the Gloam is out there. Yes, I think we're gonna hear something pretty on that. That maybe the people from the Gloam here got word out, but I think the web is gonna be kind of closing in on these guys. Especially if again, looking at the map, because we're over in the southeast part, and the sister forest is at the edge of the world map. So that could, I mean, if they can cross the rivers that are here, then that's not going to leave as much space for them to try and escape. So if the web knows where the newly dead are, then now might be kind of a good time to try and get them up against the wall, you know? So that, I think, could be my prediction. I don't know if they're going to get there fast enough, but, I mean, as far as, like, I don't know where else they would go, because to the southwest of the Sister Forest, it's like the Child Forest, the Wise Forest, and then you head towards the Tumbles and Mouse. So I really think they might head towards the northeast. Yeah, I think that's going to be my prediction. Is that
yeah, I mean, it'll be really interesting to see, obviously, the intersection with themselves and see what happens there.
Yeah, I think that's going to be my prediction. I think we're going to get back to some web shenanigans.
All right. Shan, you want to close this out?
I think, because like I made my one prediction kind of not knowing that there was, like, you know, a pure strain out there. I'm gonna drop my prediction again from last week, which was Radiant doing the Somnium. If they get to that cave and they find the good shit, the good stuff, this is the time. I had to say it that way as the meme. That's the meme.
That's how everyone says it.
Yeah,
you're
we
fine.
get one cuss. That's it. Except for clucking. Never want to hear that again. So I'm gonna do Radiant Somnium because they're like the crazy Somnium that he was using to control the populace is there, and that's what he uses also to poison everyone. I think if they want to get a scope of what this stuff can do, why not let the Feywild guy do it?
Or be exposed to it?
Or yeah, like why not find out how that's gonna go? Or like I said, or get more information.
I'm not so sure that that's a smart idea, but yeah, I mean
we have no idea, so
yep.
Because they like the running theory is that it will affect him differently, and that's why he wants to try it. So
hey,
it's not a smart idea, but that's what makes it plausible. Yeah,
right. I mean, it's him, for God's sake.
It is Ben, after all.
He's full of bad ideas.
He's full of ideas. Many of them
not great.
Not so smart.
Yeah. He's been on too good a track here with ideas. Like, it's all worked out.
He needs to
far.
slip up, is what you're saying, Shan?
No, I'm saying he needs to make a dumb decision.
A bad choice. Yeah.
That we don't know how it will, genuinely don't know. Because he made the one decision trusting that everyone would help him make it work out. They genuinely don't know what's going to happen this time, because no one can say what the Somnium does to someone from the Feywild. Like, again, it's theory, but nobody really knows, and they have a genuine article right there. So, who knows?
It's risky and it's in character.
And, like, Dolly and Kel promised to help. So,
all right.
As long as he didn't do it in secret, they said they would help. So why not do it with the super Somnium?
Yeah, I mean, why not, right?
Because he's dumb as hell.
Cool.
I'm trying to think if I have anything else in the tank.
Anything else you want to say about 34? It's next Tuesday.
It is next Tuesday. I don't know if I have any more predictions in me. It's
cool.
Tough because, like.
Well, if not, let's move swiftly on.
Mm-hmm.
Spoliers are down. It is time for the mop. Casey's on. Okay, it looks like Casey's on brand. Oh, that is a impressive mop, sir.
Oh, that's a cool one.
That is an impressive mop. Anything else? Any other business, guys? Before we roll these and Polly?
Did I have other business? I feel like I had something No, I think I talked about it, like working on the document, the help Holly document.
To help Holly document, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want to know what we're talking about, hop into the fandom channel on Discord. You can find the help Holly document there,
Yeah.
pinned,
Yeah.
and
I'll probably
there
be
are
doing
instructions in the document.
Yeah, I'll probably be like doing that regularly going forward, because basically what I do is I write everything down and then I vaguely clock when it was based on my notes and go get the timestamp after. So like that's how I got the stuff for Holly in the last episode. So I think that's probably just something
I'm gonna
continue
try and
doing.
do some link up between my playback and the Discord. I've got to do a little bit of extra work in order to do that at some point.
Because I can't see the timestamps when I watch with you, which is why I basically just, when I work on the document, I have it open
what I
next to
thought
me and I
about
put
doing
it in.
potentially was to have the timestamps in the bottom right hand corner. But we'll see. There's a bunch of ways I think we can do it. But
yeah, I like having a job finally. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice feeling useful, isn't it, Radiant?
Excellent.
It's useful.
Right. Let's release some pulley.
Yay! I have to take my dice out.
Which dice do I want to use here?
Yeah. Casey, which ones are you going to use, buddy?
Get the dice tower.
You know what? I've done some roly-poly before. I feel like the metal dice that I got from the Kickstarter, the D100, is actually really weighted towards the high end. And ever since I did that roll with the blue dice and posted it on Discord, I don't know. I've been kind of... I feel like if I need a reliable roll, I'm going to go with the gold dice here, so...
I'm going to roll it into the bowl. Roll it into the bowl. That's what I'm going to do.
I'm going to use the dice tower.
Roll it in the bowl?
Yeah, I'm going to the bowl. I'm going to roll it in it.
It's going to be so loud.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be so loud. Should I, like, do it away from the microphone?
Probably.
Please.
Shall I do
even
it,
the
like...
dice tower is kind of loud, but I move it towards me.
Quick test.
It's not
good?
too bad.
It's not terrible,
okay?
yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to have that for about 8 dice. So, find out, everybody. Shall we go?
Go.
Okay, it's not terrible.
It's
All
not
right,
bad.
Tamuel, buddy.
Half of these are cocked, is unfortunate.
Yeah, I've had that too.
I'll just kind of, like, shimmy this vaguely this way to try and, like, get it even. Right.
Tamuel, I don't think you served me well
Holy
today.
heck. Oh.
Okay.
Is it big, Harry?
I mean, no, it's actually over.
It's Jover.
I think I got
it's
my
so
lowest here.
Oh.
It's so bad, guys.
We think we'll all be lower than like 75 here.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I rolled a natural 20, by the way, on my D20, and I still have gotten, like, one of my lowest.
Yeah.
That's not good, guys.
Yes,
Shall I
Casey.
Yeah.
You think you're bigger than 75? Or well, you know exactly what you rolled, so.
I think I know.
What did you get?
I believe I got a 95.
Oh, 95. 95 is good.
Oh, wait,
I
let
got
me put the sins. Hold on.
I got
Casey.
44.
95. Doc. 44.
Yep. Harry?
Okay.
36.
Ooh.
Which was a natural 20 on
including
the D20.
the nat 20 on the D20.
7, 5, 1, 3, 2. Oh, the 5 was on the D100.
I'm finally feeling much better.
Shan? Keep your D20s, guys.
I got 54.
54.
Which,
So
like,
very
felt very bad
middling,
until
very
you
middling
guys...
apart from KC.
Yeah. The guest might as well win.
Yeah, whose score is almost the three of us combined. So
yeah.
Shall we?
Let us roll initiative on our D20s here to see who is gonna.
Oh my god.
This one I'll roll a 20 on the blue die.
Nat 20.
I have to use it.
Shan?
I got a 9. No, I was oh my godding the bowl. But I did get a 19.
I got a 3.
In my
8.
natural 6 dice.
Yeah, I got a 6 on the natural dice too.
Oh, did I win?
Who else got
Sorry.
6?
That was
Did you get 6? Did you get 6 as well, Harry?
I got 3.
3. Okay. I got 8. So, Shan, you want to go first or want to go
I
last?
win D&D. I'll go first because I worry I ramble. So,
Go.
shout out to the little girls that come into my work every day with their mom and usually sometimes the dad, because I teased them because they went to Hershey Park and I told their mom that when they came back I was going to be like, did you bring me anything? And so I said to them yesterday, like, oh, what'd you bring me? And the one looked horrified, like she was actually supposed to bring me something. And so they came in today and apparently they had talked about it for hours last night and they brought me a dolphin.
Aww.
So shout out to Camila and Eliana and their cousin Zoe. That means a lot to me because today is a exhausting and rough day. So it was very nice to be given a little present. And I told their mom to tell them that it meant a lot to me and to thank them very much. Shout out to what else? What else is there even? Shout out to Top Golf. Just kidding. Shout out to
Not
these
sponsored.
cats. Not sponsored. Shout out to the cats. Who were, I mean, Adira, you always do great. She's staring at the light now. It's going great, guys. Shout out to David Cornsweat, Philly Superman. He's delighting the world right now, and I'm so glad to have such a wonderful representative of my little corner of Pennsylvania out there having a good time. Shout out to I don't know. This is a tough one for me because I don't think shout out to the cast of Sunset Boulevard. Why not? Don't shout out to the girl who ruined the climax for me because she decided she wanted to lean forward in her seat and completely leaned in front of Joe Gillis, so I couldn't see him undress on stage. Thanks for that. It's metaphorical. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
What else? I don't know. Shout out to my friend Nia for doing stuff with me. And yeah, that's all I can think of. It's a bad one. I didn't think about it first.
Excellent, Shan.
Thanks.
I think I might be the second because I got 8.
Everybody rolled so low, yeah.
You guys were rolling low as well. Thank you very much, KC, for joining us. Hope you had a good time.
Yes, shout out to Casey for joining us. Yes.
Thank you for having me. This
That
was
was
a lot of
Casey
fun.
for joining us.
It was nice to get a little insight into the deck. Maybe we'll have you back on when your card has been revealed and you can talk more about the process and things you discussed with Harry. I think that'd be kind of cool. Shout out to Harry the mod, not the DM,
Hi.
for putting up with me in person last weekend.
No problem.
I think that's it for me. Shout out to Holly, actually, for providing me with some suggestions and recommendations on clothing merchandise for my team, for company swag.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Harry, you're next, right?
I'm
Casey?
last.
Are you last?
I got
Casey.
3.
6.
Go.
Okay, me. Shout out, first of all, you guys. Thank you very much for having me on the program. This was a lot of fun. Shout out to Jigalag, the Jigaman. I'm going to call you that for being my 1-2 friends in also Ray, and for supporting me on giving me advice on when I make the boss fight characters in Final Fantasy XIV, the tabletop RPG. Not sponsored. Shout out to Heinz Ketchup. Not sponsored. Because also I know Alex does not like ketchup. Yeah. Shout out to Holly for making sure that I could meet you guys at PAX. Really appreciate that because that could have gone really south. And shout out to the rest of the Six Pack. Be on the Discord, and we'll definitely come back if invited to talk about my character whenever they are played.
Ooh. Last but not least, let's close the loop with Harry.
Shout out to Doc for giving me a bowl.
Several bowls.
Several bowls.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Wow.
All you need.
Wow.
All you need.
Sorry,
Very good.
I do want to shout out everyone else, but it was more thematic if I just leave it on that.
Yeah, fair.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Harry.
I'll double shout you out next time in the beginning.
Awesome. Find Natural Six on YouTube and Patreon. Once again, unleash the feast. 25% off.
Feast.
Everyone has to come back next time because maybe I'll tell you guys my crazy theory because I forgot.
I've got one
and
more
I
shout out. I need
like,
to quickly.
Oh no, he forgot his shout
Yes,
out. What
Harry.
is it?
Fine.
Go.
Shout out to KFC for bringing back the 20 hot wings for £7.99 deal. Let's go. The strat is, I know it's not good at all. I buy it, 10 today, put them in the fridge, back in the oven, 10 tomorrow.
Oh
Bosh, keeps me covered. And shout out to Don Draper and Michael Scott for being the same actor.
Oh my god. Ah.
This needs to be the screenshot right here. This is it.
Bye.
Bye.
Help us.